Welcome back to episode 6 of the Give Back to the Game podcast. My name is Philip Witter, joined by my co-host William Witter. Yes, we are twins. We are missing our third co-host, who normally sits to our left, Sam Hodge. He's got some things to tend to tonight, so we gave him the night off. You know, I've got the playback on right now.
That's he had some vacation time, so he took advantage of it. He used his hours and.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I love to see it. You know, you can't use them. Use them or lose them, they say.
So. Hey, we don't roll over, so That's good. Good that he's getting his hours in. But anyway, again, welcome back. We're so glad you guys are back with us. At the time of this recording, we're at 99 subscribers. So to the 99 people who have subscribed to us, thank you. We appreciate it. Hopefully we hit 100 sometime this week. That would be awesome.
Thank you.
Thank me.
You're subscribed.
I am subscribed. Are you subscribed?
I am subscribed.
Cool. All right. There's two of us. We're already subscribed to our own channel. It's like liking your own Instagram picture.
Yeah.
It doesn't count for anything. But anyway, the 96 or so other people who are subscribed, thank you. Hopefully we continue to grow and get to a point where, you know, we're hitting close to 1,000 subscribers, because that would be awesome. And just keep going from there. But yeah, our goal is to hit 1,000 hopefully by the start of next football season.
Crazy.
That would be awesome. So
crazy.
Feel free, share this video. It's gonna be a shorter podcast today, so that way it'll be a little more stomachable for people. We'll start. I'm gonna start toying with how long. I'm thinking maybe if I clip up, like, we'll do like the normal podcast stuff, and then we'll do picks separately and post those as separate clips. But I don't know. You guys let me know. Let us know what you like, if you like anything at all. And, you know, our watch time is pretty low. So hopefully, you know, you guys could stick around and actually watch some of the content. That would be awesome. We'll get to some picks in a little bit. We're going to recap our week from last week. But like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, X, TikTok, Spotify. At some point soon, we're going to start posting on Apple Music on the podcast section. So at GiveBackTTG, again, that's at GiveBackTTG. Plug the social. So give us a follow. But yeah, our mission, as I say just about every podcast, is we exist to. Oh, I'm flipping off the camera. Whoops. We exist to bring college football content to the masses. Anyone who considers himself a college football fan or a sicko about college football like we feel like we are, this content is for you. Or if you're just looking for people who hit on over 63% of their predictions, we might just be for you. So, jumping into our Week 5 recap, we had a pretty good week as a podcast when it comes to predictions. All right, we went 15-8 in the 23 games that we decided to cover last week. Once again, I was the winner of the week. I didn't stray away. Like, I didn't pick differently than either of you, really. It was like I was on the 2 out of 3 on every pick. So the podcast went 15-8. I went 15-8. Coinkydink, I don't think so. But William went 14-9. You can put an asterisk because technically he picked Tennessee in the way we do things. You know, he had technically Tennessee minus 7.5.
Yeah.
But they won by 7. So we'll let you decide.
Close.
It was close. So he was really close to having a better week than me or the pod, but Sam had a rough one. He was 12-11. Not to shout him.
That's why he's not here anymore.
That's why he's not here. He's that's right. He's actually suspended.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not PTO. It's suspension.
Sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and just
say, take this week, get right.
Yep.
See you next week. I'm kidding. I hope he watches to this point because that would be funny.
Sam, if you're watching, you have to tell me what's something he should say.
Honestly, I have no idea. Anything. Could be anything.
Sam, you need to text me ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale. That's how we know you watch.
Ginger ale. Why ginger ale?
I don't know.
Just first thing I thought of?
It was like maybe the fourth thing I thought of.
Oh, okay.
But the first three weren't better than ginger ale. So.
Okay. Yeah, so Sam, if you're watching this, text William. Actually, just text the group chat. Just say ginger ale, and we'll know you watched.
Yeah.
All right.
Got to stay accountable.
Yeah, right? But jumping back into the games that we predicted, we could sit here and go through all the games we predicted, but I figured I'd highlight some of the ones that we felt strongly about. I'm going to put the hand up, hand over the heart. I was wrong. I know you don't want to hear that. I was wrong. Philip Witter, I was wrong about Washington upsetting Ohio State.
Was I? Did I pick? I think I picked Ohio State to cover.
No, we all had Washington. It was a clean sweep.
Maybe, yeah.
So not only were we wrong on that front, that's just a game, but I personally feel accountable for the fact that I had them as my upset pick of the week.
Yeah.
I went 0 for 3 in upset picks. I had Iowa upsetting Indiana.
That was my upset pick of the week.
And Mississippi State upsetting Tennessee. I think I ultimately decided not to take Mississippi State, but I just had them covering, which they did.
They were close too. Mississippi State was close. They gave a fight. I can't even be mad about Iowa because, my goodness.
Yeah.
We were in that thing. We really were in that thing. If Mark Gronowski doesn't get hurt, who knows what happens? Yeah.
Also, I got to address it as well. There's a crying baby in the background. Just ignore it. Yeah. Try to tune it out. We've toyed with the audio, trying to figure out the mic situation so it doesn't pick it up. We tune it out, so you can too. But yes, we had a rough start to the week. I think in the first 17 games that we picked, we were 9-8, so not great. But the last 6, we clean sweep. So we had like Mississippi State covered against Tennessee, Iowa State over U of A, Oregon over Penn State, Bama over Georgia, Washington State over Colorado State, South Carolina over Kentucky, and BYU over Colorado. That is actually 7 games. Oh, and if you consider Utah. So we actually had a really bad start. The first 15, we were 7-8. That's not good. Okay.
Did we picked Utah?
Yeah, we picked Utah to cover.
Okay.
Yeah, it worked out. So we were 15-8 on the year. Not on the year. On the week. Goodness gracious. On the year, we are now 52-30. So 22 wins above 500. Feels pretty good. 63.4 win percentage. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Right? I can't be upset about that. In baseball, if you're 52-30 at the halfway mark, you're probably in first place by 10 games or so. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if we're looking at numbers,
if we're looking at the NBA, if we're in the East, we're in first place. If we're in the West, we're in like maybe 6th.
Yes, 6th in the West. But anyway. Washington. I will say DeMond Williams played well. He still played well, regardless of how poorly the offense played. Did the
state of Arizona proud.
Yeah, he did the state of Arizona proud. It felt like Ohio State's D line could not be stopped.
Yeah.
Washington's O line opened some eyes about they've got some glaring holes. Not the strongest O-line. They're good. I don't want to sit here and slander them like they're the worst thing ever, but Ohio State made them look pedestrian.
Yeah, but Ohio State's D-line is going to make every offensive line look pedestrian this year.
And
There's not many offensive lines. Maybe Alabama's offensive line. Iowa's offensive line probably couldn't even stop Ohio State's D-line. So, it's...
Do they play Ohio State this year?
I sure hope not.
Yeah. I was like, because your defense against their offense is another thing. Let's see, man. Let's see. Does Iowa have a bye week this week?
Maybe. We got to get Gronowski healthy if that's even a possibility.
Yep. Let's pull it up. Where is Ohio State?
We do not play Ohio State this year. We got Penn State. We got bye week Wisconsin, home Penn State, home Minnesota, home Oregon. That's a nice 3 game home streak.
Dude, I saw a TikTok of Drew Aller,
Oh, it's
and it's the guy that's like,
yeah.
watch all these this
Amazing
great quarterback
throws.
play by Drew Aller. And he just keeps missing throws.
Oh, he got done so dirty.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I mean, we got to start talking about it. Like, we can't just sit here and defend Drew Aller, and
Dude, he doesn't look good at all.
he's just easy misses, weird misses. He still has the arm to hit some of these crazy throws, but you're
Right.
just sitting here watching him dirt a swing pass, and you're like, dude, what are we doing?
And it's not even like against anyone crazy. It's like
Florida International, Nevada, like teams that are at the bottom of their group of 5 conferences.
Yeah, it was. So it was a rough showing for
It's
for
like-
the young kid. Man.
It's like the same thing we talked about with Clemson. They make playing offense look hard.
yeah.
And there's teams that
Nevada,
make-
Florida International and Villanova.
Yeah. Like Ole Miss makes playing offense look easy if
Yeah.
you take away their penalties. ASU makes playing offense look hard at times.
Mhm.
So there are different teams here and there that Indiana makes playing offense look easy.
Yeah, they definitely do.
And what I mean by that is like the easy plays are easy every time. Boom, boom, boom. They don't drop the ball. They don't make inaccurate throws. They take the easy plays and they make the easy plays.
Yep.
They have the ability to make insanely difficult plays because they have insanely talented players. But like, my goodness, we gotta hit on these 5-yard hitches.
Yeah, dude.
My goodness, we cannot be throwing go balls out of bounds like every time.
It's like watching Jaden Daniels, but with a lot less upside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about specifically?
Drew Aller. Not like in terms of comp, but like throwing the go balls out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't
As
know
an
that he
ASU
does that
fan.
all the time. He definitely did in that video, but
Yeah, I know that's like clipping up all of his worst plays,
yeah.
which is disingenuous to Drew Aller. And Drew Aller's not a bad quarterback by any means.
No,
but
he
has
just-
not played up to. the
And he
standard
has
that
some
he
impressive
has.
throws on film, so it's like we know it's in there. Just
Yeah.
what is it going to take to unlock it? Is he going to need to get with Josh Allen's quarterback coach, get those hips to come through naturally, get the shoulders to rotate, become a more rotational thrower?
Yeah.
When that ball comes out of his hand, it looks like a dying duck like 60% of the time. It's just not the most crisp spiral. You watch Mateer
Right.
throw the ball, that thing spins at like
It purrs
7,000
out of his
RPM.
hand.
Like if it was a car, it'd be the loudest car on the road.
Yeah.
Like, and he's a generally more accurate passer than Drew Aller.
Yeah.
So if he gets it fixed like Drew Aller's got, all the talent in the world to be a guy.
I think so. It just doesn't bode well that literally like no quarterbacks from Penn State pan out in the NFL.
Yeah.
There's got to be something in the water. I would like to see Drew Aller get with like a really good quarterback coach who can tweak some of that technique and see if he can't like put together some really consistent, nice throws.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not what is it? It's not big time throws is what they're called, right? That's the stat, PFF. Yeah, I'd like to see some big time throws and some big games that put Penn State in a position to win. 'Cause
Emphasis on the big games.
yeah, I root for Penn State generally. Like I don't
don't.
have any animosity against. I know you don't because you're an Iowa guy, but
Well, just not even that. I just don't like Penn State.
really,
Yeah.
like against like Oregon because I back the Pack.
Yeah.
Even if they're not in the Pack anymore, I still back the Pack, so I still root for
Yeah.
Oregon.
No shade to Penn State,
No, none at all.
but I just
You don't like Penn State.
have never been a big Penn State fan.
I've always.
I'm
kinda
not going to
liked them.
hold that biasly against Penn State.
I just always
but-
thought their unis are clean.
No. They're super clean. They're whiteout, amazing.
And
I
they
was at
haven't
Penn
been-
State, Ohio State last year. It's crazy. Sadly, that was not a whiteout, and sadly, the environment kind of let me down because there was only one exciting play for Penn State the entire game. And that exciting play shook the stadium, but it was pretty much that and a field goal the rest of the game.
Okay, so actually this is good. So Penn State, Ohio State, you were there last year. You witnessed that pick six
Mhm.
early in the first quarter.
Yeah.
That environment,
Yeah.
compare that to like ASU. ASU TCU.
I mean, for one, we were in the nosebleeds, so you feel like when we were at ASU Stanford Pac-12 championship, and everyone was cheering in the stadium, felt like it was shaking. That was kind of the same feeling. That's more architecture though than environment. And so it was like it was certainly louder and it was certainly more raucous, but overall game flow, like I remember leaving let down by the environment at Penn State. And I don't think that's necessarily fair to Penn State because it was kind of like a 13-10, 150 total yards of offense game. Like, it's just not much to get rowdy about. But I'm also curious to see the difference from field level. I'm sure that's where the difference is mostly felt. I was at the top of the stadium, so I might not be able to experience it the same way.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Watching the snapback sports guys enjoy games like that, that'd be so sick.
But like ASU TCU was a better environment
for the entirety of the game.
Yes, because Penn State, there was just a lot of times where Ohio State's grinding these drives out and just taking the fans out of the game, and it's just like you could feel their souls slowly leaving their bodies.
I feel that. All right. We kind of covered most of the games. I do want to highlight 3 players.
Yeah, let's do that.
3 quick players as quickly as I can.
Yeah, we got off on a tangent there.
We low-key did.
That's why we need Sam.
Yeah, Sam keeps us in check. All right. Some defense for you. Defensive stats. It's like mics are good. Yeah, we're chilling. All right. Some defensive stats for you guys, because that's why everyone listens to this, is to hear us talk about the Prince Dorbas of the world, defensive end / edge rusher for Arizona State, who single-handedly won ASU the football game, if you will. Pretty much. I mean, he put the whole team on his back. He had 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, including a strip sack, fumble recovery. I don't know if he actually recovered the fumble.
He did.
He did. So he had the strip sack, forced the fumble, recovered the fumble, putting ASU in field goal range, where we ultimately kicked the field goal that would end up winning us the game against TCU and moving us back into the top 25, which is super nice. It's good to be back. I can't believe we weren't ranked for, 3 weeks now? We weren't ranked for Texas State, Baylor, or TCU. So 3 weeks, we haven't been ranked. That's bad.
I can understand why we weren't ranked, but...
Yeah, but, I mean, it's not like anyone who watched the ASU-Mississippi State game was like, man, ASU looks like the worst team in college football. It's like Mississippi State looks like a good football team. And our defense played magnificent against Mississippi State for like 70% of the game.
Yeah, but we looked questionable against NAU. Mississippi State was 2-10 last year, so that was being held against us, and we didn't look scoreboard great against Texas State.
I get it.
So I understand. But to get back to Prince Dorba, like, this is the guy that we, as ASU fans, were expecting last season. And to be fair, to the beginning of this year, he was hurt last year. But two years ago, when he transferred in from Texas, his first year here, he was just a pressure machine.
Yeah.
Like, the one redeemable quality of that 3-9 team was our pass rush.
Yeah.
Between him, BJ Green, Clayton Smith had a solid year.
BJ Green.
Like,
I miss BJ Green.
Yeah.
Imagine him on this team.
Yeah, we had a lot of talent. But, no, I mean, really good speed rusher. I think he was PFF's number 1 overall graded player in the entire country, any position.
95.1.
95 grade. That's a flawless game. But, I mean, just when we needed it most, ASU has not had a ton of pass rush wins this year. It's been getting better game after game, but this game was the peak, the pinnacle, where it's like, and going into the game, we felt like ASU had opportunities after watching the SMU game to create pressure on Hoover. And my goodness, Prince Dorba, man, when we needed it the most.
Yep.
Just one-on-one pass rush win, strip sack, Josh Hoover holding the ball low. Like, literally, that play won us the game.
Yep. And then also, like, low-key shout out Martell Hughes.
Yeah.
Had the game-winning interception, a game-sealing interception. But he also could have ended the game.
Yep.
Or also could have put us in a good situation We wouldn't have even had to be talking about this Dorba strip sack if he had intercepted that ball on second down. Anyway,
Right.
that's player number 1. Also, shout out Dante Moore.
Yep.
I got to pull up his stats real quick. I really didn't get to
Trinidad.
watch the whole game here. You pull up Trinidad. Player number 3 is Trinidad Chambliss, obviously. But, dude, Dante Moore, 29 for 39, 248, 3 tugs. But the biggest play for me where I was just like, all right, it was in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State had just scored. I mean, I think they scored on the first play of overtime.
You talking about the over to Gary Bryant Jr.?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where I was just like, man,
Dude.
that's an impressive. I mean, like, seemingly it's an easy throw.
Yeah.
Rolling out to your right, you hit the guy in stride.
He was
But
wide
the
open,
situation,
right?
Yeah, he's wide open. Situationally, it's like, pretty sure that was third down. Or it was second. It was something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it was third down, but
But it was a big play in the game.
was.
You hit Gary Bryant on that ball. It was perfect in stride.
This is when they were down, right?
Down a touchdown in overtime. Because it was 17-17 going in OT. Penn State scored on the very first play of overtime,
Second
making it
play, I think.
24-17.
But yeah.
Was it the second play of overtime?
Yeah. They had the Pena reverse, and then they had another play.
Oh, I must have missed the first play. All I know is the first play I saw in overtime, they scored.
Yeah.
So I missed this first play. Dude, I thought that throw was super impressive, and I was like, I get it. I mean, I see the hype. I hear it. I've been watching Oregon I haven't gotten to watch them a ton because they haven't played anybody. They're just blowing teams out left and right. And Dante Moore's been playing pretty flawless football. So there hasn't been much, like, real tape to watch on him. You can watch, like, okay, his timing, his footwork, stuff like that. And, yeah, everything looks pretty clean. But big moment on the road in one of the most hostile environments in the country. You can attest to it. And he steps up down in overtime, delivers a strike, leads his team to victory. And technically it's an upset. It's not. I think Oregon's a better team, but still. Oregon, ranking-wise, it's an upset because it's 6-3. On the road, they win in double OT. Awesome game.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun to watch. He looked like the 5-star we expected him to be at UCLA.
Yep.
In that first game at UCLA when he came in against Coastal Carolina, it's like, oh, this might be a dude here.
Yep.
I mean, the play specifically you're talking about on that rollout, he dips his shoulder, steps up to avoid the pressure, sidearm strike right to Gary Bryant. I mean, he just made throw after throw. I remember one in the first half, he's scrambling to his right, gave up about 10 yards, fires one kind of across his body to Kenyon Sadiq, get 30 yards. I mean, he has very, very impressive arm. He's a good decision maker, which is not something we saw him be at UCLA. He's much more accurate than he was at UCLA.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the game thinking he seems so unfazed. You'd look at his face and his eyes, and he just kind of looked like, I guess I'm here playing football. And just the moment was not too big for him at all. So he's got the talent, he's got the moxie.
Yep.
And I'm very, very excited. He's got first-round talent all over him. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year, but if he puts performances out like he did on Saturday, the rest of the season, why can't it be this year?
Yeah, I was like, I don't see why he wouldn't leave.
Who else is playing this good?
Nobody.
In
honestly.
this big of a game.
Football. I mean, good enough football to keep him in the conversation. Levin's
Yeah, he doesn't
probably
look
playing.
right, though. I'm thinking there might be an injury on Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, because Klubnik hasn't looked great. No. Levitt hasn't looked great. Nussmeier hasn't looked great. Sellers hasn't looked great. I mean, it's that's the top 4 quarterbacks right there in this class. So Dante Moore could very easily be talked about as the number 1 pick in this draft.
He's got the talent. He certainly has the talent.
Yeah.
He's mobile, strong arm, off-platform throws.
Yep.
He's got it.
And not to mention, our third guy could also play himself into being a first-round pick if he keeps playing this well, man. Trinidad Chambliss. I'll let you take this one. You rode the Ole Miss wave last week.
He's the only reason I picked Ole Miss over LSU, and he did not disappoint. 23 of 39, 314, touchdown and a pick, 14 carries for 71 yards. How many?
Did he have any sack yards where he lost yards?
Probably. It doesn't tell me in the box score here, but
What? It's like it doesn't tell you in the box. I'll tell you.
nah. But, I mean, the thing that impresses me the most about this kid, I knew he was going to be able to run the ball. Like, that's when you heard his stats at Ferris State, he had over 1,000 rushing yards. Undersized quarterback. Like, I knew he was going to be able to run the ball. What I did not expect is the arm talent this kid has. Now, he's not, don't get me wrong, like, he's not throwing the most impressive go ball on the sideline. Like, he definitely leaves some turnover prone. Like, he has a little bit less arm strength to make some of the throws deep down the sideline. But what impresses me is his ability to throw intermediate over the middle. Like, and he's got like a certainly good enough zip on his ball. He throws with touch. He's accurate. He makes good decisions. Like, he just is so calm, in control, so talented. I definitely wouldn't say first round talent. I don't know. We got to keep watching to see whether he'll slide into being a draftable quarterback or not. I think he has the talent to, but I just need to see it on a more wide, like, I need to see it more consistently.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's going to hurt him is size and downfield arm strength. But my goodness gracious, this kid is so much fun to watch. If you're not watching Trinidad Shameless on Saturdays, you are doing something wrong.
Yeah. I'm one of those people. I barely have watched any Ole Miss. They've been playing at times when other games are on.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend, I didn't even get to watch like any college football. I had date night with the wife, so we ended up hanging out. So I was told no football. That's unfair to her. Let me say, I gave up football to.
There you go.
To hang
good
out
save.
with my wife.
Good save.
Thanks.
He's a good husband.
Good husband. Yeah. But
I
didn't get to watch a ton of football.
I was at Hobby Lobby looking at Christmas decorations with Trinidad Shameless on my phone.
Really?
I mean, I wanted to be at Hobby Lobby looking at Christmas decorations too, but I also wanted to watch Trinidad sling it. So yeah. I kind of got the best of both worlds there.
Yeah. Anyway, those are our top three players
of
the week. It was Dante Moore, Prince Dorba, Trinidad Chambliss. Now, real quick, I'm going to check the camera. Make sure we're chilling on video. Take 2 seconds. You want to go over the news?
The news of the day. Well, not the day today, but the news of the week. You want me to go over it now? Yeah. All right. We'll go over it now. So the news of the week, 1A, is that Sam Pittman was fired. And we hate that because I like Sam Pittman. I respect him from afar. He seems like the program loves him. All I ever hear is, oh, we love Sam Pittman. Sam Pittman's a great guy, great coach. His offenses are phenomenal. His offensive lines are really good, which is what he's there for. Just can't seem to figure it out defensively. Yeah, I mean, 56-13 to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a really good team. I don't think their record is showing how good Notre Dame is, but it sucks for Sam Pittman. We hate to see it. The craziest part of it, though, is that Bobby Petrino is the interim head coach.
Yeah, that's wild.
And for why that's crazy, I'll let you look up that story on Wikipedia. It's there. Look up Bobby Petrino.
You can read about it.
The fact that after reading that story and refamiliarizing myself, how is this man
allowed to be
rehired at the same school he was fired from for what he did? I'm like, not that anyone can't change or repent or not, but it just is kind of a wild circle of events.
Yeah. He definitely shouldn't be allowed in the building. But his name will carry him because he's got...
I mean, he's a good football coach. His offenses are good offenses, and that's...
I mean, the last time Arkansas was even, prominent nationally when they played. What was that when they played? Was it the? Oh my gosh! It was some New Year's Six bowl when they played Kansas State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that when he was there?
It was Was it Brandon Allen or Austin Allen?
No. That was like Tyler Wilson.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Brandon Allen quarterbacked that team in the bowl game.
No. No.
Arkansas, Kansas State when it was like 6 versus 8.
Yeah, look it up. Tyler Wilson. That's
your thing. You're probably right. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Because Brandon Allen, I loved him at Arkansas, but his teams never were any better than like 7 or 8 wins. I think he's a good quarterback, but
I gotta go to schedule. Schedule was this like 2011?
Tyler Wilson teams with like Kobe Hamilton.
Gosh dang it. Leading passer,
Tyler Wilson. Because it was Ryan Mallett, rest in peace, then Tyler Wilson, right?
Oh my gosh, he passed away, huh?
He did.
Gosh dang, dude.
Like 2 years ago now.
Yeah, I remember. It's like things that you just forget. That's so sad, dude.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Ryan Mallett.
Dang.
But yeah, Bobby Petrino is the interim head coach. Just wild circumstances. Not sure if he's going to end up becoming the head coach. We'll see. He's certainly a good football coach. I will not take that away from him. Their offense was not the problem this year. I will not take that away from him. But crazy circumstance. I don't want to talk much more about Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, we don't need to.
There were 2 other small pieces of information. One, Mekhi Hughes, Oregon running back, will be redshirting the rest of this season. He was a 1,400-yard, 2-lane running back last season. Hasn't gotten on the field a ton this year. Not 100% sure why. Not sure if they like other backs more.
Dang.
But Mekhi Hughes is going to be redshirting this season.
Which is crazy because one of the areas that Oregon has struggled the most is to run the ball efficiently. Like, I mean, they struggled against – oh, my gosh, who was it?
Northwestern.
Yes, it was. Outside of that, like, 66-yard touchdown,
Right.
They really only ran – it was like 2 or 3 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Which is not Oregon football.
Right.
So, and they ran the ball decent against Penn State.
Yeah. And you look at their box scores. It's you never see a guy get over 10 carries. They have like 14 guys run the ball in one game.
Which is
How do you
crazy.
have so many guys running the ball?
And you have a guy like Mekhi Hughes who literally is a dog.
Yeah, all conference.
Yeah,
all
rusher.
All American conference player last season. Maybe him and Kanye Udo both, but yeah, really talented back. So it's kind of weird to see that. But yeah,
they see something we don't. So
yep. When I watched him last year, I watched specifically the Kansas State game, and the thing that impressed me about him was his vision. Like, he didn't break a ton of tackles or wow me with some breakaway speed, but his vision, like, he was always hitting the open holes. It's just some guys, it feels like the seas always part, and it's like partially that's true, but partially it's because he's hitting it where it's supposed to be hit.
Right.
And so, anyways, that happened. Also news, Nico Markeel, Arizona boy, former Hamilton alum, seems like he will be transferring at the end of the season. So, happy for him. Sucks that such a talented kid went to West Virginia during such a terrible time in that program's history.
Yeah.
Frustrated with Rich Rod for, like, I don't think one quarterback has played the entire game and, like, maybe a single game this year. Yeah. But when Nico's on the field, they don't really have a chance to win any of these games because they're just not as talented as some of the other teams in the Big 12.
I mean, they got gutted in the portal.
Yeah, and then they
didn't reload as well.
No, I mean, they reloaded a ton. It's just the difference between Texas Tech's reload and West Virginia's reload is like the difference between 5 and 3-star guys.
Yeah.
So the West Virginia, Nico gave them the best chance to win any game and to compete, and just.
Did he just like get benched or what?
Kinda. They kind of got tired of him. Jalen Henderson's played sparingly. He played last game, and that didn't go well either. Granted, they played Utah, but
Whoop-de-doo.
I mean,
yeah, wow. Shocker.
just-
They got blown out by Utah.
as Nico Markiel fans, we want to see him go to a good school where he gets playing time, where he's allowed to play and make mistakes without getting benched 3 times in one game. Like, I don't know that happened, but he's been in and out of the lineup in several games.
Yeah, I will say, if Levitt does go to the draft, I would love Nico to come home.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I doubt it. But anyway, so that's...
I know Mike Norvell loved him at Florida State, so maybe we'll see that.
Oh, yeah, the reunion there.
That was,
Not
I think,
reunion,
ASU, but that was when Herm was there. ASU, Florida State, and West Virginia were his schools, if I remember correctly, tracking his recruiting. So I think Florida State, keep your eyes out.
Yeah, but if Kenny got his hands on him,
I don't know. We
Anyway.
got some guys that I think they like.
Yeah, I do. I like the quarterback kid that we got.
Cam
this year.
Dyer, Jake
Cam
Fetty.
Dyer, those guys.
Jake Fett, whatever.
Fetty. I don't know what his name is.
We'll figure it out soon
They're
enough.
dogs, and I'm excited to see what they do. Anyway.
So who knows? Sam might be back anyways.
Yeah, I know he's not putting good tape out there. That's for sure. It's like some wild plays. And
We'll talk about Sam when we get to ASU.
Yeah,
We've been kind of mentally distracted.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Sam keeps us on track.
Sam has been. Yes, Sam definitely keeps us on track. All right, we're gonna jump into our Week 5 predictions real quick. Again, recap from last week. We went 15-8. The week before, we were 11-5. On the season, we are 52-30. That is a 63.4% win percentage. Last week was like 65%, and I think the week before was like 69%. So we're hitting at a pretty good clip. So feel free, tail us, root along with us.
Yeah,
So,
watch on the journey.
Yeah, watch along on the journey. So our first game of the week, we got 21 games that we're gonna hit real quick, and then we're gonna do an ASU recap, and then we'll wrap it up.
We'll try to hit these quicker than we just talked.
Yeah, which probably won't happen.
We just talked about them
We did West Virginia at BYU
on Friday night.
on a Friday night. So this is going to be a little awkward because there's only 2 of us, so there's not a third-party tiebreaker.
Maybe we'll get Sam to text us his picks before the game start, and we'll be able to put together the give back official picks.
The official picks. But for now, West Virginia at BYU. BYU hasn't looked.
You notice who the number 1 passer in this game is?
It's Nico Markiel. He's not even playing, is he?
No, he's probably done for the season.
So unfortunate.
At least that's what On3 was reporting a few hours ago.
That he's done for a year?
Well, if he's going to transfer, he's going to probably not play. Why would you announce you're playing?
Yeah, right. Anyway. BYU,
To medically redshirt and enter the transfer portal at the end of the season. So it's possible he was hurt. Jalen Henderson ruled out for West Virginia. So the question will be, who is starting at quarterback? He's out for the season. Okay, so maybe I'm taking shots at Rich Rod. Maybe Nico got hurt, and that's what the deal was. But
dang, so Nico's hurt, then their backup is hurt. So they're rolling their third-string quarterback out there.
they played 2 different guys. Not even sure. You can go ahead and give your thoughts on this game. I mean, I guess this is important to the – I was already going to pick BYU to cover 18.5 if Jalen Henderson started.
Yeah.
No.
I'm also going to take BYU.
I'm very much going to be taking BYU to cover.
Yeah, BYU covers 18.5. That's pick number 1.
I mean, Bear looks solid. The best thing about his game is it feels like his decision-making, he does not put the ball in jeopardy.
Right.
And then his ability to move and run.
Yep.
He is legitimately a bear.
All right. Alrighty. Next up is Colorado State at San Diego State. San Diego State's a 5.5-point favorite. This one's gonna be low scoring according to Vegas. Says 40.5. So it's like what? 23-10. 17 essentially is the under, and 24-17 is the over. This one kind of, I don't know. Colorado State looked broken last week, but I think that's just because Washington State's better than people give credit for. But
Sorry, I'm looking.
Wait, so
I'm looking at quarterback stuff for West Virginia. What are we talking about here?
it's Colorado State, San Diego State.
Okay.
Who's Colorado State's quarterback this week?
It was Jackson Brousseau last week.
Didn't Fowler and Nicolesi get hurt?
Oh, yeah. I think that's had to be what happened. If he plays, I mean, I like Fowler Nicolosi. Oh, my gosh.
What?
Is he? Nah.
He's out?
No. Sorry. It said Braden Fowler Nicolosi, son of Chris Fowler.
Oh.
I'm like, no way. No, he's not the son of Chris Fowler.
Got it. You
He's
let me
the
know what
son
that
of
injury update
Rich
is, because
and
that will
Tracy.
change some things. Because if it's that backup for Colorado State, that offense looks brutal. And San Diego State's defense is
Top notch.
3
points the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Against Cal and who'd they play last week?
Northern Illinois.
Yeah, okay. Still. Cal,
No recent news.
Jaron, Kiawe, Sangapalutele, holding them to 0 points for all 4 quarters is pretty
0
crazy.
points to a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah.
Who's 4-1?
4-1. That's their one loss.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is wild. So I'm putting a pin in this game because I want to see if Fowler Nicolosi's playing. Because if he's playing, it'll make it a lot different. But right now, I'm gonna lean San Diego State to win. What do you think?
Was it that Braden Fowler Nicolosi got hurt? Or was it a QB competition and they just...
Then he just won? Oh, then definitely I'm taking San Diego State.
Yeah, Fowler Nicolosi gives them a chance. I've been a fan of his game. I think he throws a pretty spiral. But, sorry, certainly going to go San Diego State. Shout out Sean.
Shout out Sean. San Diego State.
I really haven't watched them play at all, but just box score watching, their defense seems legit. Who did they lose to?
Who, San Diego State?
Yeah.
They lost to Washington State.
Okay, and so did Colorado State. Yeah. All right.
But that was before Zevi Eckhouse started, too.
Yeah, which is weird. But
yeah, they lost to Jackson Potter.
At San Diego State, give me San Diego State.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I probably should mention, too, the way we do picks is if the spread is under a touchdown, so 6.5 or less, it's just straight up pick 'em. Who wins this game, upset or not. And then if the spread is over, then you got to take the spread. So like BYU has 18.5, you got to take the spread. You can't just say, oh, BYU is going to win, because let's be real, BYU is going to win. And that applies to this next game, which is Navy playing at home against Air Force. This one is tough for me because I think Navy is the best triple option school right now, the best of the military academies.
I concur.
Yeah. Hurts to say it, huh?
It does, but sometimes you got to call
be
it
accurate.
like you see it.
Right. And I think, but it's at the same time, it's also 2 triple option teams going at it. This game's either going to be like 42-3 Navy, or it's going to be 19-16 Navy.
Yeah, I definitely think Air Force covers that 11.5 spread.
You think so?
It seems like they found something. The first 2 games, I would love to get to watch some of these teams more. I've just been busy this season, so I haven't got to, I'm usually in the weeds on Colorado State or West Virginia, and I'm just haven't got to watch much of these teams yet. But I did catch, I didn't watch it live, but I watched the highlights of Hawaii and Air Force, and now Hawaii's defense is suspect. We've talked about that on this show.
Yeah.
That being said, their quarterback is kind of nice. I think his name's Liam Zarka. They throw the ball a ton more than they usually do, but it's kind of because he can. He can run too. He's their leading rusher, and they threw the ball 18 times. He throws a nice ball. He's pretty accurate with it. They still run the option. It looks more like Navy's shotgun spread option The kid can play. So I think Air Force covers. I think their offense, Air Force's defense is very suspect. Navy.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm looking at it right now. The last 3 weeks, they've allowed 44 points or more.
Yeah.
To Utah State, Boise State, and Hawaii. But they've also scored 30
Those are
plus.
also the 3 best teams in the Mountain West.
Yeah, but they also scored 30 plus. But 2 of those games were at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of the
And
best
this is at
offenses, I
Navy.
should say, in the Mountain West. To not
The only team
piss
they
off
covered
any
11 and a
San
half
Diego State.
against is Hawaii. They lost by 12 to Boise State, lost by 19 to Utah State.
Yeah, but they're
State was on the
scoring a
road.
ton of points in most of
Yeah, but Navy's also they score, man.
No, I know that. I'm not saying this as like a
Yeah.
shot at Navy. I'm saying I
Right.
think Air Force covers because their offense is good enough to cover. I have a ton of respect and love for Blake Horvath, who I think is a really good quarterback. Seems to be putting the ball in jeopardy this season.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Alex Teska. It should be Texza, the way it's spelled.
Yeah.
I wonder that all the time. And then Eli Heidenreich, like those guys are amazing. Brandon Chapman. They got some great talent. I love their offensive coordinator. But I don't know. And there's always something funky about triple
These
option
games,
schools playing
right.
each other. Like you see it in practice all the time. These teams should be better
Yeah.
at defending it. Maybe the time of possession gives you less opportunities to score. I don't know. Something tells me Air Force covers here.
I think the line is perfect. Like, it's perfectly set. Because I think Navy wins this game by either 10 or 13.
Yeah.
So now I just have to pick a side.
Yeah.
For the sake of unity, I think I'm going to say Air Force covers. But I'll be cheering for Navy to cover. So we'll go Air Force. Air Force covers against Navy. I don't love it. Like, I'm not sold on that. But I'm going to rock. I'm going to ride with it.
Navy's been in a couple
think it's
rock
right.
fights lately.
They were in a rock fight with Rice.
Rice is
21-13.
not bad, though. Who did they play the week before that?
I can tell you in just a second.
Wasn't it UAB? And they were kind of close with UAB.
It was Tulsa. They beat them 42-23 at
Okay.
Tulsa. Then they beat UAB 38-24.
But it
and
was
then
tied in the fourth
VMI.
quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Navy's defense isn't 100% locked down. But
I mean,
don't know,
Navy was
maybe
up
they are.
21-3 against Rice in the fourth, and then just gave up
Okay.
one. They gave up a touchdown and then a field goal in garbage time.
Well, I'll find out this week. Sadly, I have not got to watch much Navy this year.
But I think the thing that makes this game the hardest to pick is technically, I mean, outside of garbage time, Navy is essentially covering that 11.5. But this isn't just another game. This is Air Force.
Commander in Chief. The trophies.
It's
on the
gonna
line.
be like 21-14. That's like I'm thinking more field goals probably. Okay, let me rethink that. 23.
There's gonna be a lot of 7-minute drives.
It might be
Just
13.
grinding the clock out.
Yeah, they may not score. Air Force may not score. a
No.
touchdown.
These are the two explosive option teams. Army is like the grind it out for 20 minutes to drive.
I know. Unfortunately, both of these teams throw the football, which is gross to me. But all right, now this is the best game so far. It might be like, in my opinion, one of the games of the week.
Mhm.
Like, I'm gonna take a quick look see here.
I concur.
It's okay. It's not the game of the week, not yet. There are some really good games that are coming up, but Iowa State at Cincinnati. Right away, I'm going Iowa State.
Game number 2 of the weekend. 3.
Yeah, I got Iowa State.
I really want to do that too. I'll do it. But the thing that holds me back is I am a massive fan of Brendan Sorsby.
As am
Not
I.
to say I'm not a massive fan of Rocco Beck. It just Brendan Sorsby, what he offers with his legs too, as well as his arm talent, that's what juices me up about Sorsby.
Yeah, but Iowa State's defense is miles ahead of Cincinnati's defense, and that's not a disrespect to Cincinnati. It's the ultimate.
They just can't stop the pass.
Which Iowa State does very efficiently.
Yeah, the thing that I'm nervous about is Iowa State's receivers. Now they're solid. I'm waiting for one of them
to pop.
Yeah, and I think Chase Sowell had a good stat line against U of A. Didn't get to watch that game,
I
but
don't know. Me neither.
I'm just waiting for one of them to like separate themselves as the guy, because I think that's something holding Iowa State back.
I just think Iowa State's playing with a different level of swagger. Like right now, it's Iowa State. They're right now they're the best team in the Big 12. They look it. I know Texas Tech is right there, but like Iowa State being the runner-up last year, hanging with Miami in the bowl game. Cam Ward. Did they win that game?
They did.
They won. So they won the bowl game against Miami. Now I know Cam Ward didn't play the second half, but still, And then coming into this year, no one believed in them against Kansas State, including us. We all thought Kansas State was going to walk them.
Yep.
And they didn't. They played gritty football. They played another gritty game against Iowa and beat them. No offense. And then they've just looked solid. I mean, the rest of the year. I mean, they're 5-0. Coming off of a really solid win on the road at U of A.
Yeah. It's probably...
I was like, don't overthink it.
I think it might be the best quarterback matchup we got this week. Maybe outside of Ty Simpson and Diego Pavia.
Diego Pavia is probably better, but
and you could say, oh, well, what about Arch Manning and DJ Lagway?
No,
well,
stop.
Neither of those guys have looked better than either one of these quarterbacks.
Yeah, agreed. It's like the potential is there for Lagway and Manning, but these two right here, Rocco Becht,
these guys have been
Sorsby, are actually playing great
season.
Football. They're elevating their teams, whereas like Arch Manning and DJ Lagway collectively are holding their
Both
teams back.
guys have legitimate NFL talent. They both, like Rocco, very accurate. He's been a much better decision maker this year.
Yep.
His legs, his ability to get out of trouble. Brendan Sorsby is just a freakish athlete.
Yeah.
Like watching him against Nebraska run the ball, he just had a different kind of juice. He's big, strong arm, ability to make tight, accurate throws. Sometimes is a little wonky with some of his can be a little, I don't know, spotty with the accuracy. You want him to tune that up a little more. But I mean, these guys are fantastic, and that is a must-watch game.
Yeah, 100%. And it sucks that it's the 9 a.m. kickoff too.
I know.
I wish that was like a 12:30 game because I would be glued to my seat watching that. I cannot wait for this weekend.
I'm gonna be at the farmers market in Gilbert, and we're gonna be. No,
You'll be watching it.
No, I mean you got to be present. Got to be present, but
that's tough.
But
missing a great game. So you're not hooping this Saturday?
Nope.
It's tough. All right. Well, we take Iowa State. We'll move on. I told William before we started recording that this has trap game written. It's reeks to me of a trap game. That being said, I don't know if I have the balls to pick it. No, something in me saying it. All right, I'm gonna do it. Purdue upsets Illinois.
Girl, you crazy.
Purdue upsets Illinois.
You are crazy.
Purdue does it. They upset Illinois at home. They're currently 9.5-point dogs, but give me Purdue. I'm going to highlight Illinois for the podcast because I know Sam's going to take them too. But I'm going to put Phillip in the
I'm going to take
Purdue to
the
win.
Illini. They just came off a fantastic performance against SC, one that probably they should have won by a few scores. They punched a good team who's already beaten Purdue at Purdue in the mouth.
Correct.
For 4 quarters. Luke Altmaier looked amazing. I mean, he was playing with some serious swag, getting up.
There's no logic behind
moxie.
Purdue winning this game.
I mean, the logic is Purdue's had a history of doing this to teams. They do it about once a year where they scare somebody they shouldn't. Mm-hmm. They have a very underrated home field advantage, and teams go there to die sometimes. Ohio State's been one.
Yep.
Missouri's been one.
Who was the team last year that went there and it was like they went to overtime?
Illinois.
Was it Illinois? Oh God.
Purdue almost beat Illinois last year. It was that
That was
50
at
to
Illinois too.
50 to 49 game where Ryan Brown balled out, kind of put himself on my radar. I'm a fan of his talent for sure, but I don't know. This Illinois team feels a little different than last year's Illinois team. Obviously, this Purdue team is very different than last year's Purdue team.
No, every single indicator points to Illinois winning and covering the spread.
This is just a gut thing.
This is just purely like every other game I've looked at, I've been like, oh, maybe this one. I haven't had a gut feeling like this. Like even Washington wasn't a gut feeling like last year.
You got your Peter Tingle.
This. I have my Peter Tingle about.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my upset tingle about Purdue. So I could be way wrong. I'm gonna leave the door open to me being wrong. So I put Illinois. The podcast picks Illinois to cover. Philip Witter picks Purdue to cover and win this game.
Yeah, okay. Give me Illinois. But yep.
Right.
Also, I want to let it be known. I'm really wrestling with the Cincinnati game. I want that to be on camera because it's kind of my out if I'm like, well, Iowa State didn't win and Cincinnati wins. I want to be like,
bring it up.
I want to be like, well, I said something, just to kind of keep me.
He did say, to be fair, before we recorded, he said he wanted to pick Cincinnati.
I did.
He was going to pick Cincinnati, but I talked him into picking Iowa State for the sake of the pod.
It's the secondary. Iowa State's got a better secondary than Cincinnati does, and that's the big difference. That's the difference maker for me.
Yeah.
They both stop the run pretty well. Well, they both have good – Iowa State's defense is better than Cincinnati's defense. That's kind of what makes me lean. Neither of them have – elite wide receiver talent, but Cincinnati seems to be figuring out with Cyrus Allen and Joe Royer. But anyways, I didn't get that out earlier, so it's going to eat me. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Boston College.
Boston College at Pitt. You guys know how I feel about Boston College. Mm-hmm. I love Dylan Lonergan. But, dude, they have been so bad this year.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss by me. And Pitt has played tough football. It's a home game. Boston College is not Louisville. So I think Pitt's going to come in angry, a little pissed off that Louisville came into their place and delivered a nice little comeback win on them.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think Pitt wins this one.
I hear you say that. I sadly watched the Pitt-Louisville highlights from last week, and it was just – a chaotic game. It was like peak ACC ball where there's like, wow, there's some talent out there, and then there's like, what in the world is going on? How's one team so bipolar all the time? It just, they made it look so easy on a dime throw, and it's like force the ball into double coverage. You panic one time. It's like it's just a lot of weird mishaps, and like this is peak middle of the pack ACC football.
Yeah. So what do you think now? Boston College coming in.
My thoughts is that this is peak middle of the pack ACC football. This is 1-4. They're 1-4 now. Boston College, or are they 1-3? Boston College to me does not feel like a 1-4 team.
No, they don't.
I don't see them being a 1-5 team. Something about this game. I mean, they lost a tough one at Michigan State.
Yeah,
Overtime game?
They're 1-3. They're
1-3?
I'm sorry.
Weird loss to Stanford. Yeah. Gritty loss to a 4-1 Cal team. I'm thinking Boston College. I'll take Boston College. I like Turbo Richard. I like the way he runs the ball. Dylan Lonergan has played pretty good football. It's kind of the battle of Alabama transfers, Eli Holstein and Lonergan. And Eli Holstein is just kind of a weird player to me. I don't know if Pitt's going to have Desmond Reed again. So
is he hurt?
Well, he didn't play last week, so I imagine he's hurt.
Ooh.
You're going to have to – their defense looked really good at times.
Don't give me the reason to pick Boston College.
They looked really bad at times.
They're going to break my heart again.
To me, I like Bill O'Brien as a head coach, as a play caller. I don't know. I like Boston College in this one. Boston College does not I can't see them being 1-4. That's kind of just my thought. It's like when a good team is 1-3, it's like they need that win to get over.
Yeah, he hasn't played since the West Virginia game, and he only had 6 carries in that game.
Yeah, give me Boston College in this one.
How's the camera look? Good? You want me to turn it that way? Okay.
Go ahead.
How's that? Better?
Boston College.
It's still recording, right?
Could that be my upset of the week?
What is it, 5.5?
5.5. It's not a crazy upset.
It's not crazy, but if that's
the
what
only
you want,
other one
that's
I
what
might
you stand.
feel is Wake Forest, Virginia Tech,
Which one do you feel
6.5.
which one do you feel better about?
I'll tell you when we
you
pick
get there?
that.
All right, we could say Boston College. I can mark what I can do is I can mark Boston College as the win for this week, and then I'll just be I'll be the odd man out.
Okay.
And I'll because last week I didn't die on any hills. I was so I'll be that guy. So I'll say Pitt. Okay. And I would love to be wrong.
Yeah.
I would
I know
love
you'd
to
love
be
to.
wrong.
You need
I
to
would
be wrong.
I would love to be wrong because I love Boston College and I love Dylan Lonergan. So Clemson at North Carolina. Clemson is 14.5-point favorites in this one, and they are angry, to say the least.
Indeed.
They had a nice long bye week to consider the rest of their season.
Yeah.
And North Carolina has been terrible.
Indeed.
Terrible.
And
this game is in Chapel Hill, though, so it is at North Carolina.
Bill Belichick, the way the season's going, I don't think they fire him after 1 year, but
they might have to, honestly. The buyout's super low.
The way all the Jordan Hudson stuff, the way this team has looked uninspired, the way he's banned Patriots officials from being able to come into
the pettiness is peak.
It's just like, bro, you are doing everything in your power to get fired from this job after 1 year.
Yeah.
The way he has generated no excitement about this team.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Is Gio Lopez still starting?
I think he keeps getting hurt. A little bang up.
No matter what, I got Clemson winning this.
I like Gio Lopez
too.
I've watched him play good football.
Yeah,
he was great at South Alabama.
I mean, they hung 70 points against somebody last year.
Yeah, almost 86 points.
Where Fluff Bothwell went nuts.
Yeah. We have some guests distracting her. But yeah, this Clemson to me is going to destroy North Carolina.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. There's no better team to play
than North Carolina
when you're
in need of a win.
Yep, the North Carolina
confidence boost.
Yeah, just a
boost is North Carolina. The Tar Heels
one of those.
From Chapel Hill.
I
was like, we don't even need to spend too
one
much
of
time
those
on this
identity
game.
Setters. Like we're an identity-less team. Go play North Carolina. You'll figure yourself out.
That's it's like the joint practice where it's like it's not really a game.
Yeah.
But you get to figure some things out. That's what this is, because they're going to win this game.
Yeah, Clemson is going to win. Cade's going to look good. These are just my takes on it.
Yeah, and if North Carolina wins, I will eat my words.
Yeah, I'll sit here and that might be the biggest upset of all time. That's like Stanford, USC, 2007.
The line doesn't say so, but the feeling in this game is yes.
The feeling is that
huge upset.
Clemson at least has elite talent to back up their underwhelming play. North Carolina just has okay talent, and they're still playing bad football. So it's one's got to give, and it's going to be Clemson and the guy who's won a few national championships.
All right. We got to jump to the next one, too.
Yeah.
Because the next one's good, and I expect to talk about this game for a little bit.
Okay.
Kansas State, Baylor. Really? That fast?
Yep.
I was really hoping it was going to be Kansas State gets right, and they get to go and they go play Baylor, but...
Me too. I wanted...
For the sake of winning, I think Baylor's going to win.
Yeah.
I don't think they cover 6.5.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I watched the UCF full game highlights, Kansas State UCF.
Yeah.
And I wanted to come away from that feeling better about Kansas State.
You did.
And I just didn't.
All right.
Fourth down, like turning the ball over on fourth down, make like blown coverages, guys. Just like there's still bad football being played by Kansas State.
Yeah.
And I just don't think defensively they have the talent in the secondary to hang with Baylor. Like VJ Payne has kind of disappointed me. It appears he might be a much better run defender than coverage guy. Gunnar Maldonado had a pretty good coverage game against UCF. Yeah. But, I mean, outside of that, they lost Marquise Siegel from last year's team. I didn't realize how big of a deal that would be. He's on the 49ers now. I think he was responsible for James Conner. Maybe not. No, that might have been a different hit. But, no, he's been a great player for the 49ers. And it's like they're just missing too much in the secondary. And they haven't even looked great at stopping the run.
Yeah.
And, man, I think Jerand Bradley's hurt too. I don't know if Jace Brown is hurt. I don't think he's hurt.
That would be so tough if
he
was.
I think just Jerand Bradley's hurt. I don't think Jace Brown's hurt.
The line would be so much worse if
the thing that you feel good about is they got Dylan Edwards back. And clearly that's the difference in this offense is that they can play this bad football as long as they have Dylan Edwards to give them explosive plays in the running game, which they were lacking.
Can't stop the run either.
I mean, yeah, they can't really stop the run, but I think they'll do it enough because Kansas State hasn't been great in their own right at running the ball.
Yeah.
Like, until Dylan Edwards got back, they've been a bad rushing team.
Yeah.
So, I think Baylor will get enough stops, and Kansas State's just not going to be able to stop Baylor on the road.
Yeah.
Too many weapons at Baylor.
I agree.
Baylor's a really good offense.
Baylor wins this game, and I think we're all in agreement.
Yep.
And by we, as in Sam, who's not here, I think he would agree. Okay. Army at UAB. Army is a 6.5 point favorite in this one.
Dog, I don't know, man. I'm gonna pick Army because they're my guys. They've kind of had a brutal schedule to start. Tarleton State. We got to keep checking. How did Tarleton State do this weekend?
Last week? Hold on, I'll find it. You keep talking, I'll find them.
But Tarleton State, future FCS champions, then they went and beat Kansas State. Tough game on the road at Kansas State.
They just beat Chattanooga 52-24.
Okay, they had a bye week then.
Okay.
Then they played North Texas at home, who is a really good American team. Crazy comeback, lost in overtime. And then they played East Carolina, another good American team, whose losses are close loss, one-score loss to NC State, and then lost to BYU where they competed. It's like they've played only good teams.
Yeah.
And it sucks because usually Army has an easy schedule, and so they'll get to 500. But last week was the first week that they
gets easier. Like this is, at East Carolina was tough.
They just got totally stymied. Like they couldn't do anything offensively.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with UAB.
The thing about UAB is their offenses looked fantastic. Dilfer's coaching for his life down there.
Yep.
Jalen Kitna
exactly I don't think Army
has looked
hang with
pretty
UAB.
Good this year.
So you're going to stick with Army?
I'm going to stick with Army because they've looked good against good competition outside of last week.
All right. I'm going to put UAB for us. I'm going to put you on the hill.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Yeah. I haven't got to watch a ton of UAB. I've just box score watched UAB.
Yeah. But their Army, their defense is nuts. Their defense sucks, but their offense is nuts.
Yeah.
And I don't think Army can stop UAB. I don't think UAB can stop Army, but,
yeah,
it's 6.5.
It just, the thing with Army is, like, it comes down to
and it's at UAB.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not even going to say what it comes down to.
Army
I haven't
was
got
also
to watch.
favored against East Carolina last
I
week.
haven't got to watch the last 2 Army games, which is unusual. I just haven't got to, and I don't want to go rewatch a loss. So
Yeah, I hear that. All right, so we're gonna say Pod stands on
recorded.
UAB, but William's gonna die solo with Army.
in the trenches with the boys.
Here's the one you were excited about: was Wake Forest at Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
Virginia Tech is a 6.5-point favorite.
you talk about it first.
Although Virginia Tech has left so much meat on the bone, there's been a lot to be desired by Virginia Tech. So I'm gonna pull them up real quick. They're 2-3. I'm gonna real quick just highlight their schedule. Loss to South Carolina, solid loss. Loss to Vanderbilt, solid loss. Loss at home to Old Dominion, not a great loss. And
Yeah,
that's
Old
not,
Dominion's
I don't mean
good.
like Old Dominion sucks or anything, but like Kyron Drones is electric when it comes to being an athlete. You know, he's kind of like a Cam Ward clone, but he's just not nearly as talented, and it's because they're cousins. But then they win at home against Wofford. So, like, a neutral game, 3 home games, and then they go on the road to NC State, and they win. It doesn't make sense. But then again, the ACC doesn't make sense. So, for that reason, I don't know, man.
What I'm looking at, I saw Damon Claiborne get hurt on his touchdown run in overtime. So I'm checking to see.
Oh, if he's healthy.
Yep.
In OT, is that Wake Forest? Because they lost to
Georgia Tech.
Was that an OT? It was an OT. That's crazy.
And I also want to see if Robbie Ashford is healthy because he also got hurt.
Man.
So
Yeah, I'm saying all this bad stuff against Virginia Tech, but I'm leaning towards Virginia Tech. Because I think Wake Forest
played good ball
an
the last 2
game.
weeks.
They lost in an emotional battle against, my Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Let's see, what's Wake Forest done? I mean, they barely beat Kennesaw State. It was at 10-9. They did lose. They haven't played a road game yet, so this is their first road game. All right. That being said, I'm going to take Virginia Tech. First road game, I don't think they do it. What do you think?
It looks like they might play. Sorry, I'm kind of doing my research on the fly here. Probably should have done that pre.
No, if anything, it's my fault. I am the one who didn't have I didn't have it ready. Terrion Stewart's a Virginia Tech guy.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I knew. Okay. I understand why Virginia Tech is winning with their interim head coach. It's Philip Montgomery. And if you don't remember Philip Montgomery, he was the head coach at Tulsa from 2015 to 2022. So those good years towards the end of his tenure at Tulsa, where they went to the American Conference Championship and almost beat Cincinnati in the COVID year. You recall?
Dude, no, I don't. That was the year they went undefeated and went to the playoff, yeah? Cincy. Okay.
So I'm a big fan of this actually because I watched a bunch of those Tulsa games because they were on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I like Philip Montgomery as a head coach. The thing, I didn't catch much of what you were saying. I apologize. Cool. I was trying to figure out if Damon Claiborne's going to play because if Damon Claiborne and Robbie Ashford play, to me those are big pieces. But I, for one, Terrion Stewart is my guy. Bowling Green transfer at running back. I was telling Philip, Sam, all the boys, this is the guy I want ASU to go after because he reminds me of Cam Scadaboo. Just this short shot, sawed-off shotgun of a runner, breaking tackles left and right. He finally got on the field. I don't know if he was hurt to start the season, but
I mean, 26 carries for 239 this year so far.
yeah, he had 15 for 174 last week, and I was like, finally, my guy gets on the field.
He had 3 carries against Vanderbilt, 3 for 10. Then against Old Dominion, he had 8 carries for 55 yards. And then last week finally played and had 15 for 174.
I'll go Virginia Tech here, only because,
Terrion Stewart
well, yeah, that's,
and Phil Montgomery.
yep, but only because I'm not sure about the health of Robbie Ashford and Devon Claiborne.
All right.
If I knew they were both healthy, I'd probably pick Wake Forest.
All right. So then you're going to put your stamp on Boston College as the upset pick of the week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so that's Williams' upset pick of the week. It's Boston College over.
Feels
Pitt.
like a sad upset pick.
It is, but it's okay.
Oh, Vandy's coming too, so shoot, we might.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Take it back.
Yeah.
We'll run it back at the end.
Yeah.
Texas at Florida. Texas is a 6.5-point favorite. This game to me is not as sexy as people think it is. This is such a boring game for me.
Yeah.
I think Texas beats the piss out of them. And it's not because of Arch Manning. And it's not because DJ Lagway or anything. It's truly because Texas is a better team. They have better defense. They have better running backs. They have better receivers. Well, they might not have better receivers, but
They might not have a better running back.
yeah, I know Jaden Ball's tough. But still, Texas as a whole, their O-line is better than Florida's. DJ Lagway has been throwing – dude, he's been putting some turnover-worthy plays together.
Indeed.
So – and I think Texas – I mean, Sark is just a just a mastermind of game planning. His offensive execution and his game plan is always pretty flawless. I mean, even against Ohio State, they had a good game plan. They just didn't execute at times, and they still only lost on the road at Ohio State by a touchdown. So, I mean, not too bad. And Ohio State's the number 1 team in the country. So,
yeah, I'm going to go Texas here to cover. Win. Well, I guess it's a win pick. It's a pick 'em game.
just to pick them.
Yep, give me Texas. Sark is the difference. Like, I think I agree with you that this game is kind of a snoozer, and I just think both offenses have disappointed this year, and both defenses are very good and talented. Like, Florida's been in these games because their defense keeps them in these games.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They're
don't
losing.
Don't look at the total right now, but what would you think it is?
In the 40s.
It's 41.5.
I was thinking low 40s too.
It's gross.
Yeah, and I might go under. Like, when you look at Florida's losses, they gave up 18 points, 20 points, and 26 points. And 26 was like a late touchdown. It was 13-7 late in the fourth quarter of that game. Like, Florida's defense is for real. Texas's defense is for real. Difference maker is Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is what gets Texas the W here, even though it's at Florida. Tough environment. Arch, we've seen only in one tough environment, and he didn't look very good.
Right.
I'm still waiting. Like, there's talk about Arch being hurt, and Sark's like, no. To me, how is he not hurt? Like, he just does not look like the guy that we watched last year in those 2 games.
Right, I know. What's crazy? So, for me, I agree wholeheartedly. I think Sark is the thing, and it seems like Florida fans are so fed up with Billy Napier.
I know.
They look like they're playing uninspired football on offense, and that's the side of the ball that he looks out for. So, yeah, give me Texas. Texas wins. I think they do cover the spread as well. I hope Florida turns it around, though.
Me too. I like Napier.
For Florida. I like Napier. I want Lagway to be
former ASU offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we didn't like him when he was here. I didn't like him when he was here.
But he's a winner, man. 3 10-win seasons at Louisiana Lafayette.
That's true. Yeah, he did ball out there, and then he was also Alabama's OC for a while.
Yeah,
and they had a couple of good seasons with him. Speaking of Alabama, Vanderbilt.
Oh boy, game of the week.
Going to Tuscaloosa.
This is the second week in a row Alabama
rematch.
The game of the week.
They're the rematch of one of the biggest upsets of all of last season. Because Alabama was number 1 in the country in that game, or they were number 5?
Top 5 for sure. I don't know what they were.
I don't remember. I think they were number 1.
They might have been number 1 because they had just beat Georgia.
Yeah.
Was that the game after Georgia?
Game after Georgia. Went to Vandy and lost.
Crazy.
Now, this Alabama team is very different than they were last year.
Yes. Forward pass unlocked.
I think, yes, the forward pass is unlocked. I think, like, as a team as a whole, I think they're not nearly as good as they were last year. But in the quarterback department, major upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Ty Simpson is legit. He very well could win the Heisman just by the sheer numbers he's putting up.
He could be putting up crazier numbers. His receivers probably lead the SEC in drops.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ryan Williams has, I think, 5 drops this year already.
Yeah, he had against Wisconsin. He was 24 of 29 with 3 drops.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And also, like last week against Georgia, they went on the road. And the craziest stat to me is they were 13 for 19 on third down.
I know.
How do you do that?
I mean,
and the SEC, not only the SEC, at Georgia.
And it was Ty just being absolute nails.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Getting out of pressure, extending the play, running the ball on third down. It was him delivering accurate passes in tight windows, ripping confident digs over the middle to the 15 and 20-yard depth. Like, he looked insane. He looked like a first-round quarterback. We're going to say that a lot because there's a lot of guys that have the ability to be first-round quarterbacks in college football this year.
In the first, it's more so it's like they will be thrown around in the circle of first-round.
Yeah, and Ty Simpson, I mean, there's just more 4 or 5-star talent in college football playing quarterback right now than ever before.
And this is a pretty weak class. Like it was a strong class, but they're all
the top
underperforming.
Guys are playing
terrible, which is now opening the door to everyone being in the first round, like being the guys in this quarterback class. So now, when it comes to picking this game, I am 100%
a coin.
Yeah, I'm 100% rooting for Vanderbilt. Like, not a doubt in my mind. I want Diego Pavia.
And it's not even because I don't like Alabama.
It's just
because I root for Alabama every other game.
Yeah, because I like Ty Simpson.
Right.
And I want Kalen DeBoer to succeed. This is a different Alabama regime. I want them to continue the dynasty. But Vanderbilt, man. Bro. I want to do it so badly. But I know Alabama has this game circled. Yeah. And I know Vanderbilt does too. Mm-hmm. So part of me wants to say Vanderbilt covers just for the sake of it being a good game. But also this game has 41-3 written all over it.
Yeah, so my head is saying Alabama wins this game because they've looked incredibly good since the loss to Florida State. Mm-hmm. They've played very hard. Ty Simpson has looked phenomenal. Their receiving core is elite. They got Jam Miller back. They got Tim Keenan on the D-line back. The thing that hurts for them, it's not the biggest loss in the world. They lost one of their outside linebackers, Quay Rousseau, I think is how you pronounce it. And the thing I think that holds me back in my head is that it's Vanderbilt. I think I can't get over it being Vanderbilt. That being said, my gut and my heart are saying Vanderbilt because what I've witnessed with my eyes this season is there might not be a team playing better team football than Vanderbilt. Offense, defense, special teams. You watch their spread option offense, and it's just beautiful. The motion, the misdirection, the movement, the pulling guards, the way they're able to run the ball and design, the play design in these runs is awesome. And the other thing is Diego Pavia is a legit passer this season. Absolutely dealing, accuracy, decision making. He's not just beating teams with his legs. I mean, yeah, pull up his season stats right now. Pavia is absolutely balling right now. And he's been the lead blocker on reverse plays where he's actually blocking guys that the linemen are missing and making the plays go crazy. What's his completion percentage at this year?
74.6.
74.6, and he's played South Carolina.
So they started
at South Carolina,
Charleston
at Virginia
Southern,
Tech.
Yeah, whatever. Virginia Tech, at Virginia Tech. He was 12 for 18, 193, and 2 tugs. And he also had 61 rushing yards in that game.
Yeah, he's going to get 60 rushing yards every game at least.
And
so
then
what's his
South
passing?
Carolina.
We know he's a good runner of the football.
18 for 25, 177, 2 tugs and a pick. And he also had he was 11 carries, 24 yards on the ground in that one.
Yeah.
So it was kind of an ugly game, but they won 31-7.
And
that was his worst game QBR wise and passer rating wise. It's the only game he has had under 174.5 in the passer rating department, which is ridiculous. I mean, the most incompletions he has in a game is 8 this year, and that was 26 for 34 against Utah State.
Yeah.
Like he's 67% completion percentage against Virginia Tech is his worst efficiency game. But like every other game is over 70%.
Yeah.
He's played some solid defenses, but Alabama's different.
The thing that makes me nervous, well, for one, they have Pavia, who's a stud. They have Junior Sherrill, outside receiver, stud. Eli Stowers, tight end, stud. Cedric Alexander, running back, stud. They have those guys. What makes me nervous about Vanderbilt is their defense. I mean, you go through their defense, and it's 2 stars, low 3 stars. Like, these are not your normal SEC defensive guys. And I think teams can make that show up. Like, they're not as talented or, like, size-wise bigger or faster than the teams that they'll play in the SEC. The thing is, these boys fly around. Like, they're playing with their hair on fire. When I watched the South Carolina game, the thing that most impressed me was the way that Vanderbilt's defense rallied to the ball and stopped the run against South Carolina. I know South Carolina has struggled to run the ball this season, but, man, I was not expecting to see that from Vanderbilt.
To me, this is like one of 2 themes is going to occur, right? It's either Alabama is going to sleepwalk into this game because they just upset Georgia on the road. Huge win. Oh, they're playing Vanderbilt. They're going to come sleepwalk, and they're going to think they're going to win because they're Alabama. And they don't
There's no way that
There's no way that happens because they've had this game circled. That's the other theme.
Yep.
So I think either Vanderbilt wins or Alabama covers. I don't think there's a world that Vanderbilt loses by, like, a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, I certainly could see that. The thing that, like, Diego Pavia's leadership is the thing that, like, has one player meant more to a program than Diego Pavia has meant to Vanderbilt?
Cam Scatterbo.
Could you even say that? Like, I love that, and I'm with it.
He took us to a playoff last year.
I agree, but where Vandy has been.
We were 3-9 the year before.
But have we been where Vandy's been?
No, we haven't.
Like, we're not talking. ASU is like a middle of the pack. Oh, they should be a good team in the Pac-12. Vanderbilt is garbage historically.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say Vanderbilt's garbage like to all the Vandy fans out there, but I'm saying Vanderbilt has been nothing forever.
Yep.
This is a bottom of the barrel SEC team historically, and Diego Pavia has brought this team relevance. So,
We doing it?
I'll pick. Let's throw caution to the wind and pick Vanderbilt for the sake of being fun.
Come on, let's do it.
Granted, we are
fully aware of what we're getting.
Fully aware that if this was a game, I'm not a betting man, but I would not bet on this game.
I would sit back.
There are certain games
where an ice cold Coke and Sprite or whatever. If you drink beer, crack open an ice cold beer.
There are certain games that you just have no beat on.
No, I have no idea.
This is one of those games.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
This feels like Cincinnati, Iowa State to me. I just have no
I don't feel that way about Cincinnati, Iowa State. I feel pretty confident that Iowa State's going to win that game, but at the same time, I just hope to watch good football.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because this is a 9 a.m. kickoff,
Vandy.
and this is 12:30.
We know we're going to get it with Vandy, Alabama.
Yeah, I just want it to be a fun game.
Fireworks.
I want it to be like
Fireworks.
44-41 and Vandy wins.
This game's been circled on my calendar.
Yes. It has been for everybody, man. I cannot wait for this game. Okay. We'll move on.
We got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, I know. We're
dragging
at
a little bit with this because we've been talking so much about these games.
We were supposed to go faster. We've been talking for an hour and a half already.
Has it been an hour and a half? We'll go quicker.
Yeah, Virginia at Louisville.
Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, sorry, Sam. We need Sam.
I know. Virginia, Louisville. So I feel this game I'm going to have to take a little bit more time on.
I have Louisville.
I have Virginia. So I picked Virginia as my sleeper team in the ACC at the beginning of the year. Now I look like a genius. The thing I'm frustrated with is that I didn't ride Virginia last week. And I said, I understand I picked Virginia, but it's still Virginia. They actually finally showed up. Well, I can't say that. Virginia dominated 3 of their first 4
games.
3.5 of their first 4 games.
Second half against NC State.
The second half against NC State lived rent-free in my head and totally made me not want to pick Virginia last week against Florida State. Okay. Virginia came back and showed up. Now, Florida State fumbled that game away in so many different areas, like turnovers, bad fumbles, just bad play. And you could argue that Virginia threw 3 picks, but they
threw 3 picks against Florida State too and still won.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, are you?
I'm talking about Florida State game. But Virginia looked totally up to the challenge to compete with Florida State.
Yeah.
And that's the team that I kind of envisioned when I looked at the team.
I mean, they were also a wide open touchdown. Deuce Robinson dropped.
No, I agree. But even if Virginia loses that game last week, we're still feeling like, no way. That's crazy. Virginia might be a team in the ACC.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like them winning makes me feel more nervous for them.
Yeah. Well,
them losing would have been like we expected them to lose, but props to them for being a team. They could be a team.
If we forget about 2 quarters of football against NC State, this is a 5-0 football team in the ACC,
and they're probably top 15.
Yep. And so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna pick against Virginia again. Okay. We're gonna ride with the Who's, baby.
All right.
The Wahoos.
I put Virginia as the pod pick, and I'm going out on the limb.
That could be an upset pick too. They're 6.5.
6.5. Yeah.
Make that my upset pick of the week.
Yeah, Virginia over Louisville?
Yeah, make that my upset pick.
All right, and the pod's going to support it. All right, Washington at Maryland. I got Washington just outright.
I do too.
Williams is nuts. But Maryland's got some crazy pass rushers.
Yeah, 2 freshmen.
That make me nervous.
Yeah, they're really good.
So just circle this game as this is going to be really fun.
This is going to be a game you want to watch because we don't.
Heisman performance.
Most people haven't watched Maryland this year, and they've got a lot of young talent that is blossoming before our very eyes.
Dude, I just hope they stay at Maryland because if so, then Maryland's going to be a force. Because
in 3 years, they're going to be a playoff team.
Those 2 freshman edge rushers.
Yep.
Dude, they're going to be a playoff team in 3 years. Not even.
And if they keep
next year,
because I think in this upcoming class, if we look at it, I think in this upcoming class, Maryland has the number 1 edge rush recruit because Maryland was able to get a Maryland kid to stay home.
I would love Maryland to be good.
I know. If there's certain teams around the country where it's like if you could just recruit your state, you would
so be good.
And Maryland is that team.
Yep.
The amount of talent that leaves the DC area and
it's true.
Yeah.
And it's not like California or Florida or Texas where you're competing with a bunch of different schools in state. It's like Maryland is about it. They're the only major Division I school that's even in the area. So I don't know how they haven't gotten a grip on recruiting there. It's kind of like ASU and U of A fighting for the Arizona talent because there's only really 2 schools to go to here other than NAU. But there, it's literally Maryland. Mm-hmm. Maryland is the only school in Maryland. I mean, there's other schools. Technically, I think Navy's in Annapolis, right?
Maryland, yeah, Navy is in Annapolis, Maryland, but no.
Yeah, but they don't recruit.
Yes, the number 2 recruit
in the country.
In the country, Zion Ellie, edge rusher to Maryland.
That's awesome. That's good for football. But I'm still going to take Washington because I think Washington is low-key a wagon in the Big Ten.
I do too.
So, and I think it's going to be closer. Like, I don't know if Washington – they might win by a touchdown. So they might barely cover the spread. But I just think picking Washington outright feels like the right pick.
I think so too. DeMond Williams is just
Heisman.
Probably, arguably, the best quarterback in the country right now.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that separates this game. No shade to Malik Washington. He just hasn't been quite as efficient, and they can't run the ball up at Maryland right now. So
Nope.
I think Washington gets it done.
Yep. I think it'll be like pretty low scoring, like 24-17 or maybe like 27-20, something like that. But Washington wins and covers. Nebraska at home against Michigan State. They are 10.5-point favorites. I know. This one's hard because it's like Nebraska, I think, wins this one. Dylan Rail is playing amazing football.
I'll take Nebraska to win and cover.
I would love for that to happen. But I think Aiden Childs has been really impressive this year.
He has been. I
know Nebraska's defense is like they're low-key flying. You know what? No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Nebraska. We're going to do it.
It's
Javen Wright. Let's go Buddha. Come on.
Yeah, shout out Javen Wright.
Yep.
Nebraska
Get
coming
it
off a
done for
loss. Matt Rule, year 3.
Matt Rule, year 3.
That's kind of the deal.
Yeah. They're 4-1.
No shade to
3-1.
Michigan State on that. I just think Nebraska is a little bit more talented overall than Michigan State.
I think Michigan State will get there.
I think Michigan State's a good team too.
Yeah. But, okay, moving on.
It also is at Nebraska too.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Texas Tech at Houston. Texas Tech is 10.5-point favorites. I don't think anyone and their mom is thinking Houston's going to cover this game. But
no, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech covers.
Baron Morton's healthy, by the way.
Yeah, so. Okay, Miami at Florida State. Miami's 4.5-point favorite. I think we disagree on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have Florida State winning this one.
Shout out Norvell.
Norvell gets it done.
I think Miami is legitimately that good. They deserve to be ranked number 3. Their defensive line between Ruben Bain and that number 3 guy, I don't know his name, but they're just a force to be reckoned with. And they just Carson Beck's balling.
Yep.
I think
great.
Miami.
This is a great game.
I think Miami is the best team in the ACC. And it's no shade to Florida State. I just think that highly of Miami.
That's crazy you didn't even mention Georgia Tech.
Miami, I think, is better than Georgia Tech.
Okay. We'll find out in December.
Do they play each other this year?
No, but they'll play each other.
Maybe, unless Wake Forest shows up on Georgia Tech's schedule again.
Oh, do you see Wake Forest in the room with you right here? That's how Georgia Tech is. Anyway, yeah, we disagree. I put the pod picking Miami because I know Sam would pick Miami. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say Florida State. So, upset, Florida State at home. Next game. Mississippi State at Texas A&M. A&M is 14.5-point favorites. I like A&M a lot. We rewatched the A&M Auburn game just before this. Their defense is for real.
Mm-hmm.
They may have one of the best D-lines in the country, if not the best D-line in the country. They stifled Auburn. The only reason Auburn even had a chance is because they had that ridiculous interception on that screen pass where the ball went right through the receiver's hands, tipped up right to an Auburn defender, and he took it back to like the 2-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
And they just punched it in on the next play. So technically Auburn's offense scored a touchdown, but it wasn't because the offense did it.
Right.
They scored 10 points. They kicked the field goal in this first half. It was an ugly game.
Yeah.
All around. Marcel Reed had some good moments. There's one play in the first quarter we were watching. We literally replayed it 3 or 4 times, and it's because he had a flare in the backfield from the running back, and the running back started to turn it up into a wheel, and he had leverage on the backer because the backer's sitting on his heels, and he's going full speed north, and the backer's back turned to the end zone. He's like, oh man. And if he took his eyes off him right as he was
gonna break open.
Break wide open. It would have been a 60-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be proud. Everyone's gonna be happy. Marcel Reed's gonna be in the Heisman conversation after a throw like that. It just didn't happen.
Yeah.
He tucked it. I mean, he still made a good play. Got 3 yards on the ground on a play that otherwise would have gotten nothing, unless he ripped the wheel. Gosh. Other than that, I think Marcel Reed's a great quarterback. They're a very impressive defense, but I think Mississippi State, their quick game is the kind of defense that or the kind of offense that combats that insane pass rush. If they can get separation, which I know they can with Brennan Thompson, that kid is electric. He's ridiculously fast, and he torched ASU. So, but I think 14.5 is just too much for Mississippi State's offense to not cover. And I don't think Mississippi State's defense sucks. I just don't think they're very good. So, and I don't think Texas A&M's offense is like elite by any means. They're a really good offense. So, I mean, I see this like 31-21 A&M. But I think Mississippi State covers.
Mm-hmm. I was really wrestling with this because my heart wants Mississippi State to cover. I just think it's another one of those, I think that highly of the team. Like, yeah. I just think that highly of Texas A&M, where I think Marcel Reed, we've seen him play really good football, and we've also seen him play questionable football. Like, he's just been a little inconsistent. Mm-hmm. And Mississippi State's defense, especially stopping the run, is a little suspect. And they've just in general kind of struggled on defense. Like, ASU second half really showed up running the ball. We rushed for 200 yards that game. Tennessee just put up a ton of points against Mississippi State. So it's a good game for Mississippi State or Texas A&M's offense to get right.
Yep.
And I think the difference in the game is Texas A&M's defense, which struggled against Notre Dame. That being said, everyone struggled against Notre Dame's offense because Notre Dame's offense is one of the best in the country.
CJ Carr, baby.
I just think the way they looked against Auburn, and Auburn is a team that their O-line is their strength of their team, and A&M just got after them.
Yeah.
It being a home game too, like A&M is one of those teams where the home field advantage is a big deal. Yeah. So I think it's as weird as it is to cover 14.5 against Mississippi State, and it's no shot at Mississippi State. That's how I feel about A&M. I'm going to take A&M to cover.
Okay. I'm going to say the pod is taking Mississippi State.
I think that's fair.
A&M.
I think that's fair.
Because I think we all win if Mississippi State covers as ASU fans. Right.
Yep, we do. That's why we want Mississippi State to win.
That's exactly why we want Mississippi State to win. But
Mississippi State in OT against Tennessee looks good for ASU.
Yep.
Like we just want them to keep competing.
Yeah.
Keep competing.
All right.
Don't have to win every game.
We got 3 more games left.
We'll try to bang through some of these.
Colorado at TCU. I got TCU covering.
I think I do too, because this is a Sonny Dykes revenge game. Deion Sanders, 2023, I think it was, when they beat TCU after the Natty game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Josh Hoover is still the best quarterback in the Big 12. No shade to Rocco Beck. No shade to anyone else. I love Sam Leavitt, but Josh Hoover is like that.
Yep.
He is like that. Home game, TCU's defense.
Colorado looks broken.
Is pretty good. Yeah, man. Come on, Colorado. Colorado had every opportunity to go and get a big win against BYU. And what did they do? They fumbled it away. Yep. Like, they just...
Caden Salter has not looked like that guy.
I don't know. He looked great against Wyoming.
Well, yeah. But did you see he missed... Oh, what's the kid's name? Omarion Miller?
On that one interception at the end of the game?
Might have been an interception, but he also had a dig on a play that he got sacked. I'm trying to remember. The game is so spotty for me because I watched just like pieces of the end. So
I think Caden gives them the best opportunity to win, though.
Yes, he does. I'd be interested to see how Julian Lewis plays?
I don't know. I feel like every time I've seen him play, he just hasn't
doesn't
looked
look
ready.
Yeah, but I think in a season that's not going to go the way that you think it's going to go, you're not going to win the Big 12 this year.
No,
They're
but
not in a position.
Yeah, and
Get
I
the
get
kid
that
in
for the
there.
future. I just hate it for a guy like Caden Salter, who's been such a good college football player.
I know.
And I think they're not far away from some of these wins. Like Caden
No,
Salter
they're
plays
not.
against Houston, they might win, or at least make it closer.
Right. They could. I mean, yeah.
They almost beat
realistically,
Georgia Tech. They just
did
almost beat
Georgia Tech.
BYU. They have 2 close losses with Caden as their starter.
Yeah, they're what, 1-3, or are they 2-3?
2-3. But I still like TCU to cover. That's what I think about TCU, not as much what I think about Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying that when I have these.
Yeah, so TCU covers. We're pretty strong about that. Kansas at UCF. I'm going to take Kansas to cover this one.
I am
I
as
think
well.
Kansas to just win
Yep.
on the road. Jalen Daniels is
Amazing.
a Heisman-level quarterback. Unfortunately, the defense has just not played well at all.
They just haven't been able to keep the other team out of the end zone. Missouri, Cincinnati.
That, unfortunately, is a big part of football.
Yeah, and both of their losses, they've scored 31 and 34 points. It's plenty enough to win games. And UCF is a solid team, but I think Kansas is better.
Yep. All right, Duke at Cal. Final game of the night for us. Duke is a 2.5-point favorite. This one is impossible.
What time is this?
I think this is a 7:30 game.
Dog, this is crazy. I would pick Duke outright if it wasn't just like a 7:30. Duke's going to be playing at 10:30.
I'm sorry. It is 6:30 kickoff.
Okay, they're throwing Duke a bone there. That's 9:30 Duke time, playing until midnight, which is more doable, but
Oh, no. 7:30.
7:30. This is 10:30 kickoff at Duke time.
Yeah.
Duke fans will be asleep for this game. Real Duke fans will be awake or watching college basketball highlights. But give me Duke. The time definitely stresses me out about that pick, but Darian Mensah doesn't stress me out about that pick.
Yeah, I agree with
And
you.
that, to me, is the difference in this game. He's been one of the better quarterbacks in college football this season.
If this game was like Duke minus 6.5, I would feel a lot worse about it. But Duke to win by just a field goal, it feels right.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Cal hasn't looked special.
Their defense has looked insane, though. You were right about their defense. Yeah, I was wrong about Cal, for sure. But anyway, that wraps up predictions. I do want to just real quick recap our predictions, so that way I can we'll figure out a way to stitch it all together for TikTok and then for Instagram. So BYU covers against West Virginia at home. San Diego State wins outright against Colorado State at home. Both games are on Friday night. Air Force at Navy. We have Air Force covering against Navy on the road. Iowa State at Cincinnati. We have Iowa State winning in somewhat of an upset at Cincinnati. Illinois to cover against Purdue. However, Philip says Purdue is this week's upset pick of the week, but the podcast stands firm on Illinois, so you let that be what it is to you. We have Boston College winning against Pitt in an upset. Philip has Pitt winning this game. Clemson covers against North Carolina 14.5 on the road. Baylor wins at home against Kansas State. UAB covers and wins in an upset over Army. William has Army to win that game. Virginia Tech to beat Wake Forest at home. Texas to beat Florida on the road. Vanderbilt to cover 10.5 at Alabama. Virginia to upset Louisville on the road. Philip does have Louisville winning this game. Washington to beat Maryland on the road. Nebraska covers 10.5 at home against Michigan State. Texas Tech covers 10.5 on the road against Houston. This is a mouthful.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Miami wins on the road at Florida State. Phillip has Florida State winning this game. Mississippi State to cover 14.5 against A&M on the road. William has A&M covering this spread. TCU to cover 13.5 against Colorado at home. Kansas to win at UCF, and Duke to win on the road at Cal. Those are the 21 games that we have.
Sounds like 21-0.
Sounds like 21-0 to me. Obviously, we can't go. We both can't be 21-0, but we hope the podcast goes 21-0. That would be great. Great minds think alike. All right. I'm going to check the camera real quick, make sure we're still recording. We're almost at 2 hours, so we'll speed run the ASU recap.
Maybe. Maybe. There's just so many thoughts on all these games. And just get excited talking about them.
We need Sam, bro.
I know.
This is why we need Sam. I think I will split up the picks in the podcast itself into 2 different clips. We should have talked about ASU before then. Whatever. No, I'll post the whole thing. Screw it. Next week, we'll talk in our.
We're still ironing some things out.
Our post meeting with Sam.
Yeah.
We'll ask him about his vacation.
Okay. ASU TCU.
ASU.
We kind of
TCU.
Talked about it a lot already.
We did, yeah, but we'll dive really far into it, all the way in.
We'll talk about what we haven't talked about.
Yeah. So, I will say, last week we were pretty bold about how we thought ASU was going to come out in this game. And in a sense, we were right. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but the box score does.
Yeah.
When you look at the total offensive production from ASU, I mean, ASU had over 500 yards of offense. Yeah. And TCU had like 260,
I think.
So we nearly doubled them up on offensive production. The biggest takeaways of this game were the fact that ASU could not get it done in the red zone.
Inside the 10, yep.
Inside the 5, honestly.
Inside the 5.
We had 5 red zone possessions and we walked away with 13 points. That's crazy. It's bad. It is bad is what it is. And yeah, it's bad. What I was impressed by is Sam Leavitt looked a lot better. Mm-hmm. He didn't miss on a bunch of throws. I think his worst miss was that pass interference that, thank the Lord that they called on 4th and 10.
Yeah,
where
it was almost uncatchable.
It was 100% uncatchable. But from the angle of the ref, I get it. You know, it's like he was already on the ground.
Yeah.
So it probably looked worse.
It was a bad ball, though. You could tell out of his hand.
Oh, it was bad. That ball was airmailed.
Yeah. But
outside of that ball, I have a hard time looking back and being like, okay, he missed a bunch of throws.
I think the thing he missed was his reads. Like,
yeah,
he was late on that Jordan Tyson ball that he almost came down with in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah.
4th down, he threw in double coverage to Shimon Mateer. If he would have looked the other way to see Jordan Tyson wide open on a slot fade, like it seemed like he was looking away from where the open receivers popped. I don't know what his reads are. Mm-hmm. Usually I would assume Jordan Tyson is your first read. Now that's maybe just not elite quarterback play. That might just be video game. Where's my best player at?
Yeah, but throw it to him.
So I don't know what his reads are. It just seems like he's not seeing it still perfectly. That being said, 100% his best game of the season.
Yep.
He played way better. As many times as he missed, like the thing I'm saying is he's leaving plays on the field. He's playing well, and we're still leaving plays on the field. Oh, he overthrew Jordan Tyson on that seam ball in the end zone where Jordan almost one-handed it.
Yeah, but he also needs to go up with 2. Yeah, but he
barely got his hand on
Okay,
that.
I have a different perspective on that. Because if you watch the safety who's rolling into that, he's not rolling into, he's like crashing down.
Yeah, you just want him to throw with some more touch.
Yeah, I would
which is something
agree.
Sam
but
doesn't
I also
do very
think,
well.
Like Tyson was also moving at some speed. Like he was moving pretty quick. You put some touch on that ball. Now you're risking that being more like a back of the end zone ball. Give the defender a better chance to make a play on it. Yeah, that ball needs to be lower. I agree, but I think Tyson definitely could have made it easier on himself by just trying to go up with 2. Because I don't think he could have probably gotten two hands on that ball.
I don't know.
I don't think it was that high.
Rewatching it, it looked insane that he even got a hand on it.
I could just be making more excuses for the quarterback. But
yeah, I mean, and the thing is that Sam's arm and decision making, even given those moments, the frustrating thing is that they're all big moments in the red zone where you're wanting touchdowns and you come away with field goals or you don't score. So you want to see those get ironed out. But he's been playing a lot better, especially in between the 20s.
Yep.
And we're moving the ball way more efficiently. He's been more accurate. And the thing is, you always have a chance with his legs.
Yep.
He is the best scrambler in the nation.
Yep. The stats prove that.
And, like, you don't believe it unless you've seen it.
Yeah.
And we have, the pleasure of seeing it every week.
Yep. Not this week, sadly.
Yeah.
But next week.
So we shout out Sam on that. Mm-hmm. We got to figure out, we need Canyon Floyd to come back because our Australian boy, Matt McKenzie, he just has not been getting it done.
I have hope for him in the future.
I do too, but it's not right now.
Oh, my gosh. And it's not like Canyon Floyd is a great punter. He's been
punter. Better this year.
He has been better this year. But, like, having a good punter versus a guy who can't punt the ball past, like, 40 yards.
It's not even 40. He's barely getting it to 30.
Yeah, it's been bad. It was bad. Thankfully, we only punted, like, twice.
I know. And that tells you even more about how we dominated the game, time of possession and
I mean,
third down conversions.
I think we had, like, 38 minutes of time of possession and 36. It was, like, we dominated the time of possession. We dominated total yardage. We dominated. I think we were actually pretty solid on third downs from what I recall.
We were really good on third downs. Let's count our turnovers. As fans, we count, like, as ball watchers, we count missed field goals and fourth down stops as turnovers because that's exactly what they are. It's not like you're flipping the field with a punt.
Yep.
It's not like, this drive ends there. And sometimes it's even worse than an interception because an interception, you might be able to flip the field if you weren't going to get anything on that drive.
We were 5 for 16 on third.
Was it that bad?
Yep. We were 2 for 4 on fourth.
Oh, so
we had
gosh.
2 missed kicks.
So third downs.
The fumble and
it was the first down stats. We had a ton of first downs, but we're getting them on first and second down.
We had 25 total first downs.
Another thing ASU has struggled with all season is third down conversions. We might be at the bottom of the Big 12 in third down conversion percentage. Got to figure that out.
Yeah,
that's bad. Money down. Sam's got to be better. Marcus Arroyo's got to be better.
Well, let's see here. Let's see. We had punt. Let's see, 5 plays. So we had. Okay, this is all first quarter.
We had 2 missed field goals.
What happened? They're missing a play in here. Sam Levitt incomplete, and then it goes right to punt. Something happened in between there. But anyway, so 0 for 1 on the first drive. And then
punts don't count as turnovers.
That's a penalty. No, I'm looking for, like, third down. Okay, we converted a third down. 3rd and 1. Converted
it was bad.
Another third down.
Third downs were bad.
Okay, so we were actually.
But
we actually weren't bad in the first quarter on third down.
Another thing to point out for ASU is that Jordan Tyson again solidified himself as the best receiver in the nation.
Yep.
No shade to Jeremiah Smith.
But Jeremiah Smith isn't doing that every week. Like,
no.
Now Ohio State's got other guys that are insane.
He's not taking over games.
But Jordan
himself.
Tyson legitimately took over this game. Like 8 catches, 126, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And that go ball that he shook that corner.
Yeah, and that's just the thing. It's like
his release is insane.
No, but you can't touch him. On that go ball touchdown,
yeah.
He absolutely fried the cornerback. You cannot not have a safety over the top if you're playing man-to-man on Jordan Tyson because he has deep speed to beat you, and if he gets his release, he's gone.
Yep. Here's another thing that ASU doesn't get enough credit for. Our defense is so good.
Mm-hmm.
We are so good. I mean, we already shout out, Prince Dorba and Martell Hughes, but Ghost Rouser was all over the field.
He was. Didn't have a club on. He would have had a pick.
Bro, yeah, he would have had a pick 6.
Yep.
We had 2 dropped interceptions between Ghost and Martell Hughes dropping that one late. We low-key could have had even more, honestly. I could be missing some, but, I mean, Bimage was great in coverage. Boogie Wilson had one blown coverage on that.
Yeah,
scene,
but then he got the interception like
had
2 plays later.
Is he the one who had the pick?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Javen who had the pick.
Nope.
Oh, sick. Javen Robinson had a rough game, but Bimage played more because I think they were just expecting better coverage, and Javen was getting fried on slants. But I mean, to be fair, who doesn't? Breedlove had a good game. He doesn't pop up in the box score, but I remember he was good in coverage. Abney had a good game. Jordan Crook was everywhere.
Yes, Crook and Keyshawn Elliott.
So good.
Such good linebacker play. They fly.
Dude, we have such good
athletes.
Good athletes, man. I mean, Keyshawn Elliott has a sack. Prince Dorba had 3 sacks. Clayton Smith had a sack. Elijah O'Neal had a sack. We had 6 sacks, 13 TFLs as a team.
Love it.
5 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, and a fumble.
I think you take away the sack yards, and they had 60 rushing yards. 50 rushing yards. So, like, we have probably, outside of Texas Tech, the best run defense in the Big 12.
Oh, no, I think you're right. You're right. It's like 60 yards. But 60 yards on, like, it's looking like 16 carries.
It's just beautiful. Like, winning stats. And Hoover played amazing.
He did. The stats don't show it, but he was terrifying.
He was terrifying.
Like,
Shout out to Josh
the
Hoover.
pick at the end was bad.
Kind of forced it.
His fault.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
ball
O-line,
control on those sacks was his fault.
The one, yeah, that was just the one. Because he only had the one fumble, and it was just like he put the ball on the ground.
But he was all night just
dicing us,
carving us, putting the ball where it needed to be, accuracy, placement, and decision making.
Yep.
And he had some throws where he's layering a deep dig in breaker over the linebacker in front of the safety with touch and accuracy and timing. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like when we were down 17-0, I'm like, we're not coming back.
Right.
Because this guy is on fire. He was on fire.
That's also something we didn't even bring up. We didn't mention. We were down 17-0.
I know.
17-0. And then ASU put together nearly a perfect second quarter.
Yeah.
After we went down 10-0 early in the second.
Yep. And outside of Sam Levitt fumbling at the end of the first half.
Let's go play-by-play, scoring plays. All right, so it is 17-0 with 6:24 left in the second. Then Jordan Tyson fries the corner that's guarding him, attempting to guard him, and it's 17-7. And then Sam Levitt, 8-yard touchdown run, which he used his legs a lot on that drive. I mean, yeah, look, the play before, 24-yard run, incomplete, 10-yard pass to Jordan Tyson, Rayleigh Brown. Yeah, it was a 5-play drive. Yeah, and he had 32 yards on the ground himself. And then what the box score doesn't tell you is that right before half, we actually had the ball again. Driving, I think we were at like the 25-yard line. The way Jesus Gomez was kicking, though, you can't guarantee that he was going to make the kick. But we had a legitimate chance to tie the game at halftime.
Yeah.
Before half.
Sam
But
Levitt
fumbled. Bang, bang play. Unfortunate. Then we tie the game to open the third quarter. And we didn't even start with the ball. TCU did.
Yep.
We got the ball back.
Off the interception from Adrian Wilson.
Interception.
They were about to score.
They were about to score. To go up 24-14.
At least. I mean, the pick was on third down, so even if not.
It would have been a field goal, yeah.
They would have gone up 20.
But even, like, let's play it out that way, right? They kick a field goal. It's 20-14. We kicked a field goal on the drive that we got the interception. So let's say we take that away. They end up going down and scoring again. Mm-hmm. It's now 34-14. We're down 17 again. That might be one of the biggest.
34-14?
31-14. We would be down.
31-17.
No, because we kicked the field goal on the drive that we got the interception. I mean, yeah, okay, we'll give us the field goal.
We get the field goal there.
Right, we still had to march down because we went 92 yards, so fair enough. 83 yards on this drive, actually. You're right. So we kick a field goal. It's now
27.
24-17. They score again, 31-17.
No. If
Yeah.
if they kick the field goal, they're
Oh, you're right.
20.
So
then
it
it's
is 27,
27-17.
So then we score.
Ended up
So we would
evening
tie it.
out and go to overtime.
So we'd be going to OT.
That being said,
Well, actually, we got the pick on the last drive. We could have
Yeah.
kicked the field goal for the win. But, I mean, obviously the game goes differently.
Yeah.
Anyway, all in all, TCU is, oh my gosh, their offense was ridiculous.
yeah.
Props
Glad we
to
don't have to play them
ASU.
again.
Props to Keith Abney. Props to Rodney Bimmage.
Mm-hmm.
Props to Javen Robinson. Kyrick Breedlove. Everyone who had a part in guarding Eric McAllister,
He got hurt.
still one catch. When did he get hurt?
I don't know, but he didn't play the entire second half.
Oh, dude, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. It was the white boy with no gloves,
Manjack.
Joseph Manjack. He was cooking us
Yeah, he had 6
over the
catches,
middle.
83. DJ Rogers. Jordan Dwyer dropped like 3 balls.
Yeah, not his best game.
No, not at all. If he catches any of those go balls or fades, dude.
Yeah, and Hoover was putting them on the money.
Oh, my gosh.
On the money.
Dude, it sucked watching him just piece us like that.
I know.
It was hard. It was hard to watch. But
And it was like a lot of it was good coverage, and he just placement of the ball. Like, he is legit. And I hope he goes to the draft because I don't want to see him again.
Hoover?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was a lot of fun to be at the game. The atmosphere is one of the best atmospheres I've been in. Period. Honestly, that was like BYU. The level of emotion.
Yeah.
And I think it was purely because nobody left.
Nobody.
Like, it was
How could you?
It was great. Normally you see the student section, they'll trickle out, but everyone stayed for like the entire game. The student section was standing room only, and some people filtered out, but it was like there was not really an empty seat in the house.
Yeah.
The game was so much fun. The weather was beautiful because it was raining all day. And then ASU put together. I mean, realistically, ASU should have won this game like 45-24. That was my original pick.
Right. Pretty
That
much
was my
exactly the way we called it.
That was my original prediction. Was it was 45-24. ASU was going to win by 3 scores. We had every opportunity to make that happen.
We had
Props to TCU's defense. They stopped it.
2 field goals.
We also had horrible play calling in the red zone. It was terrible.
2 field goals inside the 10.
Yep.
And a 4th down turnover inside the 5.
Yep. 4th down turnover inside the 5. We had 2 missed field goals as well.
Yep.
And
so you're just leaving points all over the field, same as Baylor.
Yep.
Inability to score in the red zone, having to kick field goals instead of finishing drives.
I mean, I'd like to see if they even – I was going to say, do they give us red zone efficiency? No, they don't. I would love that.
We'll have to go and put together that stat throughout the season because it's bad.
Yeah, because I just want to see our red zone efficiency in this game specifically because
we had 1 touchdown inside the – Levitt ran like an 8-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it was inside the 10, but we also had that 4th and 5 little hookup with Jordan Tyson.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm. So we had 2 touchdowns. We turned the ball over on a 4th down stop inside the 5. And then we kicked a field goal at the end because we got a false start. It was so bad.
I know, Sam, you got to make sure. I know it was a quick hike QB sneak, but you have to make sure everybody is set. Everyone needs to get set too, but you're in charge of making sure everybody's set.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to quick hike a QB sneak to get a QB sneak in from the half-yard line.
Yeah. So what I might have misspoke then. So we missed one of the field goals.
No, but we kicked 2 inside
the 10. And
we had the game winner, and then we had the
one that we missed.
No, we had the one that got us to 17 after the interception.
Did he make 2 kicks?
Inside the 10, because that was the Jordan Tyson one-hand attempt.
You are correct. And then okay, so we kicked 2 field goals. We scored 2 touchdowns in the red zone. We missed the red zone.
Turned the ball over once.
We turned the ball over once.
On downs.
on downs. We didn't fumble inside the red zone. So we turned the ball over on downs. We missed a field goal in the red zone.
40%.
So, yeah, not even 33%. 2 touchdowns out of 6. That's bad. That's really bad.
Yep. It was a really bad performance by our red zone. What do you think the issue is with the red zone offense?
Play calling.
Is that entirely what it is?
No. I think it's the inability to establish the run. Because the run opens up everything. Our receivers, like Jordan Tyson is winning almost every route in man. But the issue is when we can't run the football, it makes us so one-dimensional. And Levitt has not been the most impressive passer. And we just don't have the receiving weapons with Jalen Moss hurt to just dominate our routes in the end zone. Like Eusebio on that zig, or was it a zig or was that a speed out, something like that? He won the route, but he won it. It was like the ball was put underneath and behind him, and the corner was just sitting. And
right, it was an out. He was wide open.
Yeah,
but Levitt didn't put it in the right spot.
Right. So, all in all, it was a fun game to be at because of the nature of the performance and the meaning of the game. And yeah, Levitt played his best game of the year so far. Rayleigh Brown, 134 yards on the ground as well.
Yeah, he's a stud. We didn't talk about him, but
at all. We didn't talk about him. 21 carries, 134.
The only time I don't want to see him on the field is inside the 5. Other than that, this guy is a stud.
Kanye Udo. If that's all he's there for, that's fine.
Yes.
You at least unlock the threat of running the football.
Yeah.
Whereas Rayleigh, he's such a patient runner, but when the box is stacked with 8 guys,
he can't run through a linebacker.
Right. And he's going to be patient waiting for the hole, and we end up losing 2 yards because we're not filling our – I mean, I also feel like our O-line has not been winning one-on-one reps.
Yeah, I think the red zone issues are a mix of everything, like you kind of said.
Yeah.
It's been Sam not making the right read. It's been him making an inaccurate throw. It's been somebody dropping a pass. It's been us not being able to create separation. It's been bad play calling. It's been uncreative play calling. It's been trying to hit the same run that we hit the entire way up the field, except now there's no safety because there's no need for a safety. He's in the box. Right. And then it's also our interior offensive line hasn't been able to create push. We've had bad perimeter blocking. Like we've done everything to not score in the red zone. Every single mistake you could think, penalties, every single mistake you could think, we have made to keep us out of the end zone. And it's like, how do you fix everything? Is this a fixable problem? I hope so. We need it to get fixed.
I think the false start on that 4th and goal in the under a minute with the QB sneak where we had to kick the field goal, that's fixable. That's easy. Sam knows, hey, you just
penalties should be fixable, yes.
Penalties are fixable. That specifically is fixable because it's just like, okay, we have only run that once this year. That's the only time we ran it. We got a false start. Okay, next time he knows, wait for everyone to get set. Please, dear God, wait for everyone to get set because you have an easy touchdown.
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll have another game that'll come down to this almost exact game script. It's happened twice already now.
Yep.
With Mississippi State, and we didn't go for it on 4th, which we should have. And this game we did and didn't pan out because we got the penalty. Whatever. I think if we can just figure out, like they were talking, I heard Kenny Dillingham talking about it, and he was saying that our red zone offense sucked against Baylor.
It did.
It did. And technically our red zone offense sucked in this game. But when you look at it, it's like we were still getting first downs in the red zone. Like we were getting inside the 5.
Yeah. It's inside
now
the
our
5
inside
offense.
the 5 offense sucks.
Yes.
But our red zone offense was fine because we ended up scoring a couple of possessions. But anytime we were inside the 5, it was not a guarantee.
Yeah.
I think we scored 1 touchdown inside the 5.
Yeah, somehow it gets harder for us to score the closer we get to the end zone.
Yes. And so that's where it's like, okay, we can't just score every single possession from outside the 10. or outside the 20.
Yeah.
You have to be able to punch it in from inside the 5. We couldn't do it against Mississippi State. We couldn't do it against Baylor, and we couldn't do it against TCU. That's a problem. It needs to get fixed. And a game like Utah, where their defense is really good, this is going to be the best defense we've played by far. And arguably one of the best offenses. Most electric. I mean, TCU is the best offense we played, and Baylor had that explosive potential.
Fastest quarterback will play.
For sure. And he's got a ridiculous arm.
Yeah, he's the most dynamic athlete at quarterback.
By far. And, I mean, their running backs are good. Their receivers aren't as good as we've played, but probably the best O-line we've played.
Yeah, hands down the best O-line we've played.
Probably the best D-line we'll play as well.
Also true.
Yeah, so it's just going to be the hardest game we're playing.
Tied for the best environment we'll play.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Mississippi State's still tougher. But
Utah is an insane environment.
I know it is, but the cowbells make it unfair because it's screaming plus artificial noise.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that game.
I know.
We'll do our preview next
that
week.
It's not this week.
Yeah, I know. We'll do our preview next week, so that way we'll get wrapped up here. But yeah, fun pod. This was fun. We went way longer. I think we were hoping to be under an hour, and we're at 2 hours and like 15 minutes.
All right, we got to be better.
We'll be better.
Hands up,
Sam.
We'll be better.
You back, buddy.
We'll be better.
I'm gonna try and I'll
we'll brainstorm ways to keep it down.
Yeah. Well, this time I'll clip it up a few ways. So I'll release the full pod, and then I'll post each individual segment. Not the short ones, but like the predictions and the ASU recap I'll post separately, and then we'll just do stuff like that. But anyway, without rambling on too much longer, I mean, I just want to thank everyone who's gotten to this point. You know, if you sat through and watched the full 2 hours and 15 minutes of us rambling about college football, then you can absolutely consider yourself a sicko. Yeah. You are a sicko about college football because you sat and watched two guys ramble on about college football. It's easier to talk about it than listen to it, so props to you. But yes, honestly, we would love it if you liked this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like. Comments about anything that you would like to see us talk about, or improve on the content that we're putting out. And then most importantly, subscribe. We're at 99. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's check. We'll check real quick. We're at 99 as of right when we started this podcast. So we're still at 99. We're at 99 right now. But the other pods, both of them, over 580 views both.
So thank you all.
That's pretty sick. That's really sick, actually. Praise God. Praise God for that. And props to all of you guys who are watching the content. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on social media at GiveBackTTG. And we will be back same time next week, October 8th, to recap this week's games and talk more about ASU next week. So y'all have a good rest of your week. ASU doesn't play. I was gonna say go Devils, but let's say go Vandy. So I'll read on Vandy together.
Go Commodores.
Go Commodores. All right. Have a good week, y'all.